And I'll tell you something.
You are something.
You have a friend in that man right there, Andy Richter.
Yes, I do. He's a good friend of me. Thank you. He's a good friend.
Yeah, and when I came to Hollywood, Andy was a good friend to me.
Oh, he was nice to you when you first came
He was
here.
absolutely. We had nothing, you know. We were just starting out. I was working at Artie's Deli coffee shop. Bussing tables, you know, and stuff like that. And he was always there to help me and stuff. He was the first guy I actually met. He was he had some pylon on the TV and stuff, and he was really so sweet to me, you know. And he said, I want to invite you over to a Hollywood party. No, I was just a farm boy from Canada, you know.
Sure, yeah.
Canada, yeah. And a big nation up to the north.
Sure, yes, powerful nation. Lovely people.
So I said, wow, here's my, Andy Richter's going to show me, I'm going to go to a Hollywood party. How exciting, you know? So he said, it's going to be a pretty wild party. You know, I'm not used to wild parties. I said, what is a wild party there? You know, I don't get out much. He says, he's like a little drinking, a little fighting, a little fornicating, you know? I said, wow, man, that sounds pretty good. I said, what time should I show up? He goes, anytime, it's just the two of us. Now...
Came over, didn't you?
A little fighting, a little fornicating. What's he, an old pirate all of a sudden? Ah.
You notice how I didn't say it's 11.
Hey!
No, because it's 11:30.
It's the Tonight Show now, buddy boy.
That's what I'm trying to point out. It's 11:30.
Thanks for pointing that out. That was great of you.
You want to hear my dad's favorite joke?
Yeah.
He says he was from the farm, you know, and he says a guy comes from the city. City slicker comes and he buys a farm, and the farmer next door comes over to him and says, "Hey, now, would you like to come over to my house tonight? We're going to have a big shindig for you because we're neighborly here." And the city guy said, "Well, this is something I really like, that this is why I moved to the farm, to have things like this, Guy says it'll be a hell of a big party, He goes, it'll be, a little drinking, a little fighting, a little fucking, And the city guy goes, well, that sounds good. What time should I be here? And the farmer goes, anytime you like, just the two of us. So they would drink, then get in a fight,
and fuck. It's your dad's favorite joke.
That was my dad's favorite joke.
He said, welcome to the neighborhood. I know it's not exactly a neighborhood. I live 40 miles from here. But if you're interested, tomorrow night, I'm throwing a welcome to the neighborhood bash. There's going to be a lot of barbecue, some drinking, some dancing, and some wild sex. Would you like to come? And Morty said, sure, but what should I wear? The cowboy said, it doesn't make any difference. It's just going to be the two of us.
Norm used to do a lot of jokes about that, going back in time to kill Hitler. Yeah, but he said he just thinks he would go back and he would be converted. He would just fall into the gaze of his dark black eyes.
Dude, the
people always fucking want to murder Hitler with their time machine, right? But then I feel if I got back there, I'd be afraid of falling under the spell of his fucking beautiful eyes.
It's true. You
want oratory, and
be
then
locked in the gaze.
Yeah, and then I join the fucking party.
That's
knowing
his
me.
thing. He gives you his full attention. You're like, whoa, wait a minute. Maybe there's something to this guy.
No, but before you ask another...
420 is one of my favorite comedy clips.
We came up with that on the way to the studio.
It's
we were just
so
like,
good.
I was like,
dude, you know what I'm talking about? It's 420 on their podcast, him and Norm's podcast.
We were, yeah.
And Norm's like, look, he's like, 420. And he's like, you're saying it's about smoking weed.
Yeah.
So this is what they say. 420 is a code term used primarily in North America that refers to the consumption of cannabis and, by extension, a way to identify oneself with cannabis subculture.
He goes to the Wikipedia and he's like, oh, look at that. It was a statesman from Austria.
Yeah, I remember.
And then he starts reading about it. And then he's like, he did this,
Odd-looking duck.
Odd-looking duck, but he has black eyes. Yeah. And then he goes, oh, hold the fort. Hated Jews. And then you go, well, he's dead. He goes, I didn't even know he was sick. It's so good, dude.
Yeah. That's not what mine says.
What is What's yours say?
Mine says 420 was the birthday of Austrian-born German politician and the leader of the National Socialist German Workers' Party, a fella went by the name of Adolf Hitler. But this guy, there's a picture of him. Adolf Hitler, very compelling kind of a figure. Odd-looking duck. But there's something about his eyes. Hypnotic. His eyes are almost entirely black. He was a decorated veteran of World War I. And he joined the war. Hold the fort. He hated Jews.
How funny was it? The 9/11 Airlines.
Oh my God!
How'd you sit through
great.
this? How do you do this? 9/11 Airlines. He's like,
Hey, for the 9th consecutive year, Nick, JetBlue Airlines ranked first for satisfaction among all North American airlines. But you know what ranked least in satisfaction? 9/11 Airlines. What a terrible name for an airline. It reminds me of that tragedy.
Oh, 9/11.
Yeah, don't laugh at 9/11 again.
I looked at. I was drudging through blood and bones in Manhattan to find my brother. It turns out he was in Northern Canada. 9/11 Airlines reminds me of that tragedy. You know what the number one worst airline was? 9/11 Airlines. It reminds me of that tragedy. Dude.
I tried to tell him not to laugh.
Adam.
I know. I walked through blood and bones in the streets of Manhattan trying to find my brother.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was in northern Canada.
Is that when we just started, when we
It was
looked at
you
each
and
other
Swardson.
and just started
Yeah,
laughing?
everyone was just like, what the fuck?
Were you in New York when the Twin Towers fell?
No, I was in Los Angeles.
Well, either way, it was a national tragedy. It was.
Yeah, I know.
9/11. We're gonna go to hell.
The hole you can get into on YouTube with all of his
Of
stuff,
Norm?
it's just crazy.
Oh, he was my favorite comic of all time.
It's
He
fucked
was.
up.
He was. Have you been watching Bernie Mac though?
I
Check
mean,
out
I do
Bernie
love
Mac.
fucking Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac, dude. And obviously Norm.
Yeah, but Norm, even before I ever met the guy, he was always my favorite
Yeah.
comic. I thought he was brilliant.
Do you want to hear my impression of the
That's going to be you if you don't lose weight.
You want to hear my impression of the 9/11 call from Johnny Carson?
911 call.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But 9/11 was a national tragedy.
Yes, it was.
Why do you laugh at that?
You said it.
Johnny Carson died at 80 years old.
Okay, Johnny Carson died at 80 years old. Would you like to hear my impression? Part of the death squad? Okay.
But I have had problems with them.
Yeah.
They tried to derail me years ago. Well, because I was in cahoots with Mencia, they thought.
Okay.
Oh, right.
So when the whole Carlos Mencia, Joe Rogan thing happened, they had me on tape, right? Like, I didn't know that Joe Rogan was, I love Joe, he's a friend of mine. Yeah. Joe, if you're listening, we're good, right? But the thing is that I didn't know that he was taping me. So I said, yeah, Mencia steals.
Doing Bobby Lee. Bobby Lee's his friend.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is.
That's Ned Holness.
Oh, I know Ned Holness. Yeah, he's really good. Hey, that's all that stuff.
That's good.
Hey, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, Ned.
Do a couple minutes of his material.
Well, I'll just do some of my material, and then it'll be the same. You know, so I'll just talk about myself.
What has he ever stolen from you?
I used to do this bit about how I was so small that my dad would have to get on my shoulders to get on a ride at Disneyland.
Right.
Then he did a bit, literally, but this is, I can't do it. But where is this going?
Who cares? What the fuck? It's reality. Anyway, it's good to see you. Don't be a fucking This is the reason why comedians get away with stealing. Because comedians like you are afraid of confrontation.
And then I also said that I sucked my cousin's dick.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
That's a sharp left.
Yeah, which I didn't know there was a camera on.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm not gay, but in high school I sucked my cousin's dick.
Yeah, sure.
And then also on top of that, I said that Vietnamese people were jungle Asians, which I had to apologize to the Vietnamese people, and I apologize. That's what I said back then.
Do you mean he put this up on the internet or
then
something?
Then he put it on the internet. Death Squad did, right?
Yeah, what did I say?
So he had to publicly make an apology to the Vietnamese community because he called you guys, and he calls Filipinos this too. He calls us all jungle gooks or jungle Asians.
Not
jungle,
gooks.
not gooks, jungle Asians.
That's by saying jungle gooks, you make it worse.
He said jungle Asians.
But how do you justify that?
Well, because you guys live in the fucking jungle. What do you mean? How do I justify it?
We don't live in the jungle.
All right, so if I go to Vietnam, is there a jungle there?
There is a jungle. There's a jungle in plenty of other countries.
There's not a jungle in Korea.
What? I'm sure you guys have rainforests.
No, we don't at all. It's trees. Like it looks like Denver.
You're trying to say Korea is Denver.
Yeah, it's.
And all of a sudden now, right? My aunt, my cousin's mom, calls me. He didn't suck your dick.
No, you sucked his dick.
Yeah, no, we sucked each other's dick. Yeah, and vice versa, right?
Yeah.
When you're single trying to attract a partner, it's important to project the qualities you desire, which I understand, but boy, oh boy, have I had to suck a lot of dick lately.
That's sort of like a Bobby Lee joke.
It is a lot like a Bobby Lee.
All right. What about this one? This is for you.
I didn't. You know what I mean? And then my mom, that's my mom's sister, they didn't talk, and then she died.
Oh, no. Oh, Jesus Christ.
She died, right?
Story.
See, so the last thing that, I heard from my aunt is you didn't suck each other's dick. And then a couple years later, my mom, they stopped talking, and then she died.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Famous last word.
Yeah, I love Death Squad.
Yeah. How many views did it get?
Millions.
Oh, see?
But then over the years, though, I made my way back into the group, and now we're all good.
So you opened for Mencia, which made you the enemy of the Death Squad.
Yeah. Because they,
it's like a Bruce Lee movie.
Yeah, it's just like it.
So the Death Squad.
I don't know what Bruce Lee movie.
They're comedians.
Yeah.
Well, don't you think Death Squad makes more sense in a Bruce Lee movie than a comedy club?
That's true.
I went to a comedy club, and then the next week the Death Squad were there. It was just odd. I don't know. And they acted like it was a normal thing. And I said, I was here next week. I said, the Death Squad.
I need your love. You free my mind. I need your love. Yeah, you free my mind.
I mean, when was the last time you did Rogan?
Oh.
I mean, what?
12 years ago.
Wow.
For real?
What happened?
It's because you are a big vaxxer, right? And you just said I hate him now.
No, I want to do it. It's just I don't know how.
I bet Shab could get you in. All right.
It's a good one.
Bobby's new movie.
It's okay. It's
about a boy.
It's okay.
Thinking about the tattoo, I'm gonna get 2 big M's on my ass. So when I'm standing right up, it's gonna say Mom. When I stand upside down, it's gonna be Wow. What do you think?
I'm dumbfounded.
Mom and Wow.
It's just an M and an M.
I know.
Where's the O? I had to go there, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
You know the joke about B.B. King's wife?
No.
You don't?
No, I don't think so.
B.B.'s having a birthday, so she wants to surprise him. So she goes to the tattoo parlor. She says, put a B on one cheek and a B on the other. So the guy does it. She goes home. B.B. comes home. She opens the door, bends over, drops her shorts, and says, surprise! He said, who's Bob?
That's racist. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. The one and only Super Dave Osborne and his joke about
Yeah, tell that to Michael Richards, man. Why, that's not a racist joke.
Yeah, sure it isn't.
Who's Bob?
Bob? Yeah, you know, that's the way you want to broadcasting in stereotypes. 97.9 I'll tell you what, FM. let's do it this way. Yeah. Bob Hope's wife goes to a tattoo parlor.
No, but you chose an African American.
Well, the Bob Hope is dead. Yeah. Go ahead. And she says, put a B on one cheek and a B on the other. She comes home. Bob Hope comes home. She bends over, pulls her pants down, and he faints. Now, Bob Hope is dead. Yeah, I know.
Bring me the body of the great Bob Hope. If he struggles a lot, tie him up with a rope. If he smells a bit, wash him down with soap. Just bring me the body of the great Bob Hope.
Bring Me the Body of the Great Bob Hope, another song by Super Dave Osborne and Norm Macdonald. They've collaborated together on a great new CD, Music from Dead People. And this...
Know that in this day, nobody's gonna change. You won't ever leave. On my mind again, I'm still not tired of it. Can make you want me. And I might act okay, say things will stay the same. Say I'm all I need.
I don't know if you got enough ink for his I don't know if you got
Victoria, help me out, Victoria.
Here we go. No, you need more than gloves. Come on.
But I'll send one joke and you can make a determination. He said, remember the joke he did about Dahmer, where he essentially reads the UPI wire copy of the Jeffrey Dahmer trial, and it's so I mean, it could not be grimmer. It's like Hieronymus Bosch sort of, and he disemboweled the young boy and ate the entrails, you know, all that stuff. And it gets to the end of the joke, and Norm says, in his defense, Dahmer said he started it. It's such a Norm.
Hire him on the spot.
Hired him on the spot.
Yep.
Put him in a room with Drake Sather, the great Drake Sather, who was on that Young Comedian special with us. And they tinfoiled the window shut like Elvis. They both smoked Smicks.
Nuts.
And the head writer would go over and ask him for jokes at a certain time, and they bridled at that. And I said, listen, these guys are rare avis. Think of that as a, like, orchid hothouse. Those are two geniuses. You can't ruin the humidity in there. So I said, I went over to Norm and Drake and I said, listen, guys, I'm not going to take your best jokes. I don't want to know your best jokes. I need some 6s and 7s for this monologue. Because Norm would write jokes that I'd have to hand back to him. They were so brilliant. I said, I can't tell you, you know, I'm not going to take this joke. This will be what something and Drake too. He was a stone killer. So they said, fine. So at 1:30, it literally is like the food slot in Papillon, where the jokes would slide out into the door. And out of 12 jokes, some of them were so crazy that you thought, I'm going to go to hell just for seeing this joke. And then a couple were just they were two brilliant minds, and you know how they love to be left alone.
Do you know the comedian Drake Sather?
Sure. Well, he's your half a man.
They were roommates. They were office mates.
Shit.
They were office mates at
that
Dennis
explains
Miller.
We were really good buddies. But we figured we'd try to figure out how to write a movie.
Yeah.
So there was this course. I tell you this, right?
I think so, yeah.
There's this course. Robert McKee taught this course over 3 days at UCLA.
He's like the most
He's the hackiest, the worst.
But the most famous.
How to write in $3,000.
Yeah, exactly. So it's 10 hours a day. So me and Drake we're fucking lost immediately, like an hour in. We don't know what the fuck anybody's talking about. But he started the thing, by saying, he said, it's all about story. He goes, we all know people, it doesn't matter the contents of the story, it's how you tell the story. We all met great storytellers, and it doesn't matter what the story is. Like, because we've all met people, the worst thing could happen to them, like their child could die, but they tell the story as nothing. Meanwhile, another woman could be telling a story about how she missed the bus that morning, and just captivate you, with all the detail, and it'd be fascinating. So then for the whole rest of the 10 hours, Drake kept turning to him and he'd go, hey, Marjorie, I don't mean to be insensitive, but that story of your boy dying, bit of a yawner. I don't know if you've heard Mabel's story about getting on the bus this morning, but might pick up a few pointers. And then you just do different variations of it all day long.
Oh, but I am trying to be healthier, though. You know, I want to quit smoking, but I just know if I do, I'm going to go right back to cocksucking. Isn't that how it is? You know, you drop one bad habit, another one marches right in there, you know? And the oral habits are the hardest to break.
I know to smoke.
I'll smoke it for you. If you
No, I'm trying to.
I just figured it would be rude not to offer you a light.
It's nice, but I'm trying not to. And I feel if I
sitting there with a cigarette,
I feel if I took one puff. I have an oral fixation, my doctor tells me, which is not good.
How did he know that?
I was sucking his cock.
What's the hardest drug that Norm Macdonald's done?
I guess love.
Where did you go?
I had to go powder my nose.
Oh, man. I've never seen a guest do that before.
I had to go.
You ran away during the commercial break.
I ran away, I freshened up, I powdered my nose.
Freshened up?
And then I took a piss in the sink.
All right. Why? Why do I ask? It's my fault.
You go to, you start doing comedy, and, you know, what is interesting to me is we hear about this.
Cocaine is not working. I'm from the time, let me tell you something, Jay. I'm from the time, I remember when pot was something you cooked your eggs in. Yes. I remember when hash was something you were made out of corned beef. Yeah. Exactly. I remember when acid was something you threw in a guy's face when he made a pass of your wife.
Exactly. Where are those days? Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember ecstasy when it was just the feeling you had when you threw that vial of acid in the guy's face.
So wouldn't you love to ask Dole, like, when he was doing the commercial for what they now call erectile dysfunction?
Yeah.
And I mean, how do you feel when you sit down and do that kind of a commercial? I mean, it's got to be a little embarrassing, you know.
I don't feel that an old man should have erectile function. No, just thinking, because they have that Viagra thing out. Yeah. And the other day, Bob Dole came right out and said
he was one of the first.
Yeah. And you don't want to hear about Bob Dole's cock, I mean, President Clinton's cock, Bob Dole's cock, what the hell? But mostly, an old man like that, you don't want him to have a super hard cock. You know what I mean?
Why?
Why? Because an old man, you want him to be, got a pipe going, a newspaper, the dog at his feet there.
Well, that, in some corners, is considered pipe.
Oh. But now they're going to have to create some goddamn pill that makes women aroused at the sight of a fucking 70-year-old dude with a super hard cock. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. This Viagra. It's insane. And you know what it's for? Impotent people. All right, it's for impotent guys. So get this. I read this. The pill can make your cock hard for 4 hours. Right. So now, who has the 4-hour hard cock? The impotent guy. The rest of us are fucked. Me and you got our regular cocks. Meanwhile, fucking Spade is,
Oh, man. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it coming.
Dude, I know you didn't. He brought it all around and then a vicious rip kick into his best friend's gut.
Once there's too much cock talk, I try to just zone out for a minute till it goes back the other way.
If there's too much cock talk, this guy has fevered nightmares all night. Dreams, I mean, like sweaty, fevered dreams from the cock talk that's been all over his head.
Why bury me twice? He's killing me.
No, he's a good man.
That erased it. All right.
No, he's a good man.
Who cares?
After all that, that's the whiteout he puts on.
Yeah, I know, it's awesome.
After he talks about you doing chin-ups on cock for 18 minutes. No, he's a good guy.
Just backstage, a lot of celebrities back there, man. I was talking to Jerry Jones, the Cowboys owner, and he's disappointed, obviously. Yeah. Well, he's a good guy, though, man. He's talking about rebuilding the team, and he told me, he says, we have to get back to what made us a championship team.
strippers and crack. And of course, it was very inspiring to see President Clinton up here on crutches making a speech. I mean, I thought that was just amazing, you know. I mean, it's been difficult for the president, you know. He can't jog now, and he needs help getting around, and he still, you know, occasionally suffers great pain, you know. On the upside, you got your medical marijuana, so that's, you know. You must inhale, sir. It's the only way you're going to get better. It's...
I want to apologize for running out earlier. I don't know if anybody saw that. But, you know, these things happen in live TV, and it reminds me actually of a maxim that Christopher Plummer told me many years ago. He said, before a live awards ceremony, do not eat a fistful of LSD. Take that with you.
Is it really my fault? 'Cause you try to hit me with your pity till I can't trust, but I still push on. Got me changing my ways, trying to fix it. Poison my...
I assume anyone smiling is on meth. Veterinarians in Colorado have reported that marijuana use is on the rise amongst dogs. They say you'll know if your dog is too high if it starts making a really tall sandwich.
They like sweets better when they're high.
Yes, I don't know.
In England, a woman was arrested for throwing a birthday party for her 16-year-old son that included marijuana, alcohol, and strippers. Now she's got even bigger problems. What to do for his 17th birthday.
Whatever.
The street drug Special K has been found to be an excellent treatment for depression. This according to the New England Journal of Gary Busey.
You know, dogs and humans love to run because it apparently gives them a natural high similar to that of marijuana, according to the University of Arizona. Wow. After running what are called cannabinoids, the chemical found in marijuana that gives you a feeling of euphoria, are higher in humans and dogs, and this encourages them to run again. To 7-Eleven for a Slurpee. A Papa John's delivery man has been arrested for allegedly selling more than $40,000 in cocaine hidden in pizza boxes.
Jesus.
To undercover police officers. This raises an important question. Where's all that pizza that was supposed to go in those boxes? Can I have them to eat? I'm a big fat guy.
A Florida University student was caught streaking on campus and apparently told police he was on acid and asked them to cut his dick off. Boy, these kids today are crazy. In my day, we didn't need drugs. We would just cut our own dicks off.
Yeah, you didn't need no fucking acid and shit. When did you gain the weight?
Well, I fluctuated a lot throughout my life. But
how did you gain it?
Eating and not exercising.
Would that be your natural weight, or do you have to fight that all the time?
Well, yeah, I think I have to fight it to a degree. Yeah.
And how did you lose the weight?
Cocaine.
Cocaine?
Cocaine. Mostly, yeah, cocaine and other drugs, and very, very serious depression.
That helps me a lot, Dr. Oz.
Is that what I think it is?
I don't know. Do you think it's cocaine?
Yep.
Well, you're partly right. It's cocaine, and it's also a lot of baby laxative. So you might...
A couple minutes.
Yeah.
I'll be
careful, because it burns like hell when the...
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Two 23-year-old women in China this week have set a record, living 12 days in a room with 888 deadly snakes. They now hold a coveted place, in the Guinness Book of World Retard.
What about this joke?
Alex Trebek set a Guinness World Record for most game shows hosted. The previous record holder was Who Gives a
He's a game show host. Oh, how about this? college freshman Scott Damerow, Larry, set a new world record by using his head to bust 142 eggs, and he now officially holds a place in the Guinness Book of Retards. Oh, it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Why are these dirty?
Little one, you've been away so long, and I need you now more than forever.
Ready? Set.
Roseanne, this is what Kevin Nealon tells us. Tell him that story out of me again. He doesn't have his own anecdotes.
No. All my 90% of my anecdotes come from Kevin Nealon, but he told this real doozy about.
I should talk to him.
Yeah, you should.
So I can have some fun.
He said during Roseanne's
Roseanne had a talk show. Remember that?
Oh yes, yes.
So one time, the guest was Joe Pantoliano, and she didn't know who he was. But,
you fucked it up! God damn it, oh motherfucker!
See?
I'm a guest on there, and now it's time to introduce the next guest. And she says, okay, this next guy coming out, he's a great actor. He was in Risky Business. He was done all kinds of stuff. I just love him. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Pantoliano. And he comes out, and as he's walking across the stage toward the desk, she goes, oh, I know who he is. I know him.
You don't even have your own stories. You take other people's stories and fuck them up. Very good.
I'll tell you the story, but it's fucked up. But she's like Joe Pantoliano. She goes, this next guy's Joe Pantoliano. He's great. He was in Risky Business, and you all know. Come on out, Joe Pantoliano. And as Joe Pantoliano was walking out, Roseanne said, I know that guy.
Now, see, you already fucked it up.
Yeah.
So now when he told it the right way,
that's my role.
It didn't work.
Didn't work because he knew that she didn't know.
Don't ask him to tell any more stories.
Damn.
Or jokes or anything.
What do you have to say now?
I mean, I'm not a good,
Anything.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, it's like...
Gilbert is not looking at your slow burn that you've been trying to perfect.
It's not, I mean...
Barbara Walters is planning to announce her retirement. What's next for Babs? Death.
The old Norm Macdonald is back.
Hey, Barbara Walters is retiring.
I can understand why Barbara Walters is retiring. It must be exhausting occasionally appearing on The View.
Right? We're fucking going on the road doing all kinds of shit.
Yeah,
doing her shit acts. Not you. Your act's good.
It's pretty shitty.
But she gets to sit there
and just fucking talk.
Yeah, just yap.
The fuck.
You ever been on that show?
I've been on it so many times.
I'm against. Barbara Walters never listens to me. I have to talk to Sherry Shepard. Fortunately, we share views on dinosaurs. But I can never get that lady, the old lady.
Like The View.
How do you have a person on a show that believes the Earth is flat and men lived with dinosaurs, and you keep them on the show? Come on.
What's your dream view?
You mean
the show, The View?
Yeah.
The
Who
guests?
what 4 or 5 ladies would you want on there?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Susan Yegley. That's your wife. You didn't even recognize her name. It's your betrothed.
Betrothed. No, I recognize the name.
No, I would like to see. Who do I like on that show?
That's good coffee.
Joy Behar reminds me. You know what? You know how old Joy Behar is?
Well, I don't think she wants you to tell everybody.
It's in her Wikipedia.
Oh, she's, I think, a lot older than I thought.
70.
Yeah.
That sounds,
she looks great.
That sounds about right to me.
70?
No, I didn't think of her as 70.
Jesus Christ Almighty! When did she break? 50?
I like her.
I like her too. She reminds me. She reminds me of like your old aunt or something.
Yeah.
With her funny opinions. You know what I mean? The View is a bunch of this is fucking. What kind of henhouse horse shit is that?
Oh, I saw one in the bathroom. I went to use the bathroom.
Oh, I
and
threw
there were-
some. I threw some in the garbage. Don't tell people that.
That you threw all the racist ones away. And then one other one that was about the View, because it was.
Did you go through the garbage and find the old joke?
When there's a joke, it just it was in the garbage, and there was one.
Yeah.
I just went. It was
I don't do
clean. It
View
was sitting on
jokes.
top of paper
Yeah.
towels. So I pulled it out. I read it, and then there was another one. I'm like, well, there's another one, and another one. There was like about 4 jokes. The one I remember was the View.
Wait! I don't want to do View jokes because if you start a battle with Joy Behar, you're not going to win. No, you'll win easily. But read this one. read this one. Read this joke.
I will, but why did you throw the one about the View away? That was the one I'm like, well, this one's kind of, it made me laugh. And I'm like, well, I wonder why. I didn't know you
Because
threw
our
them out.
standards are so high that even that one didn't make it.
You didn't think it was funny?
I thought it was very funny, but not funny enough for Andy Dick.
It's pretty funny.
We're going
Plus,
to
I
save it
know.
for next week for Big Fat Bruce Valanche.
You're allowed to say that because you're fat.
that.
He's allowed to.
No, I'm a fat guy like him.
So he's allowed to. Like, you probably are afraid of Joy Behar, aren't you?
Who wouldn't be?
She's a little bit of a firecracker.
Terrifying.
She's funny.
Yeah. She reminds me of like your aunt that tells jokes at the fucking Thanksgiving.
I'm
table.
going to go get that joke because
Because
the way they wrote it was pretty funny.
Oh, maybe you should tell a joke. At the end there.
Okay, now we'll see this joke. This
made
is
me
a
laugh
joke.
again out loud.
This
just
is
reading
this
it
show.
to myself.
This show is so high quality that we
one-
take jokes from the dustbins.
Well, you said that this is very funny, but not funny enough.
Not funny enough for Andy Dick, I felt.
Well, I thought it was fun. Well, I'm a fan of The View because Sherry Shepherd is a good friend of mine.
Sure.
And I've been on The View a lot, which is weird.
Yeah.
Because I'm on The View. Daphne Aguilera was on The View.
Oh, really?
Did Daphne Aguilera, he didn't rub your cock on like...
Okay, come on. This is what we're trying to get away from.
Sorry.
And by the way, every time I'm on The View, Barbara Walters will not be on The View.
Is that right?
Yeah, she won't be on it with me. And it has to be the pre-taped one. You know how they're live except for she won't do it. And they always have to do the pre-taped one.
Filthy old bag.
Barbara Walters announced that she's retiring from The View. Well, actually, she announced it 5 years ago, but no one could hear her over those yammering bitches. See?
Amazing that worked after that giant buildup.
She is Darian O'Toole.
All right. Norm Macdonald's here. He's already pissed because he doesn't have green tea.
No.
He's already
that's
mad.
not true.
He's mad.
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
You're a bit of a diva. You're a bit of a diva. What did they have? Did they have green tea upstairs?
No, I'm on a.
Is that the secret? Is that the secret to the sucky show upstairs?
I'm on a
green tea.
I'm on a cholesterol diet to lower my cholesterol.
Okay.
That's all.
I'm Norm Macdonald. I want some green tea.
I didn't say it that way.
Yes, you did.
I think you're misrepresenting it.
He did so. Michael, Mike's, where's Mike's?
No, I turned it on.
There you
I
go.
turned it on myself.
Did you? Look at you.
I pressed
Check you
the
out.
button that said on, and now I'm on the radio.
We got a whole bunch of Canadians in the studio.
Yeah, it's
There's
the
a problem. It's an issue. I love your haircut. I totally.
It's
nice. I've never met you before in my entire life.
When I walked
But
in,
I
you
feel
said
like
you
I
hated
was
my
like,
haircut.
hey, stupid haircut.
I know. You said it was
Stupid.
stupid.
It's good.
It's very short.
Yeah. I
It's
like it
cute, though.
short because then you don't have to do anything with it.
You all right? You okay?
I'm great. I just like having short hair because then I don't have to be like a woman, you know.
Yeah, I've been letting my hair grow, and I got to tell you, it's tough. Like,
Yeah.
you have to
The problem-
put
I know,
stuff
you
in
gotta-
it
yeah,
and deal
you
with
do.
what it.
I
Is
know.
it weird now?
It's awful.
Yeah,
lucky Norm. Yeah. He has a cute face. All right. Norm Macdonald, 106.9 Free FM. Hi, Norm.
Hi, Darren. How are you?
I'm good.
Sweet.
What are we promoting? Because you wouldn't be here if you weren't promoting something because you don't love me. Yet. You will soon.
Michael's promoting something.
What is Michael promoting?
Hi, everybody. This is Michael Gelbart. I'm featuring for Norm Macdonald.
Oh, this is awful.
Norm Macdonald's headlining.
You're like.
I'm just saying what we're doing. I'm just saying what we're doing. We're in San Jose at the Improv.
Oh, see.
And Norm said,
That's a
hey,
good
you want to
place,
come
actually.
do this radio show? And I said, yeah. Free FM 106.9.
The poor thing, though, he had to do the crappy ones first. And he
Yeah,
was
well,
so-
one of them I
He
didn't
went,
like.
I know.
One of them,
I
it made
know.
me skip the next one. That's how much I hated the first one. No, I don't. I love them all.
No, you didn't.
Just
No, you did not.
You're trying to
You
instigate.
did not. I am instigating because you said it out loud. You're like, oh, good Lord. we're
No,
gonna
I
do
liked
Alice.
it. You know,
Aw,
the
damn.
girl, the nice girl.
She's awful.
She asked me out.
She's terrible.
She gave me her card. No, she didn't do anything. She's a lovely.
She's awful.
No, there was a couple of things. She said she didn't like my hair, and she said she didn't like my clothing.
I love
on the air.
Really?
That hurt a little, but not
Aw,
that much.
are
And
you
then she
okay,
made me
though?
sing a karaoke song. You know.
Yeah, well,
But
that's what they
we're
do.
on the air right
it's
now.
Friday. It's crazy. It's
But I liked
zany,
her.
funny
and I
Friday.
liked the guy with the tattoos. I thought he was a great guy. No, I
doesn't
like
have
them
a
all,
name?
but the one guy was my favorite. He laughed at everything
the
I
guy-
said.
The guy who doesn't have a name, who laughs at everything.
But he's
We
still a
love
good
him.
guy, you know.
We love him.
So we're doing these shows, and
Someday we'll name him.
Norm
just for
invited
fun.
me to come, and I think this interview's going really well. Like Norm's reading.
Norm's asleep.
I'm reading the breaking news.
Norm's just grateful I'm picking up the slack. He's like, as long as
Norm
other
doesn't
people
give
are.
a rat's
No, he's like,
ass.
as long as other people
He
are
doesn't
talking,
care.
I can
He
sit back.
so doesn't care.
No, I'm reading the breaking news, and rocker.
What's going on in the world, Norm?
Well, rocker Henry Rollins has said that Baghdad is safer than my hometown.
I guess his
Where's he
hometown is like
from?
the worst place in the world or
yeah.
something.
Was he from Louisiana? Where is he from?
Where is he from?
you
Where is he from?
really are reading the breaking news.
Oh, he's
I'm gonna
from
let you, too.
Santa Barbara.
Oh, well.
What? No,
there
Santa
you go.
Barbara is way safer than Baghdad.
I would say.
Yeah, I would say so.
Santa Barbara, like, nothing bad ever happened.
Did Michael
Nobody
Jackson
gets
live in
killed.
Santa Barbara, though?
Never. No.
Because
no,
I
no.
thought he was from there.
No, that's Santa Monica, isn't it?
No, Michael
Santa something.
Jackson? Neverland Ranch was in
What's it?
Santa.
I don't know.
I don't
It wasn't
know.
Santa
I'm
Barbara.
making it up even. But that Henry Rollins, I always thought he was good.
Is Norm even here?
Yeah, he mentioned Henry Rollins.
Norm's just...
Well, you guys are shutting me out.
No, you want to join in?
You're having your little love fest.
Let me tell you something about Norm Macdonald. I've worked with the best, and he's my favorite.
Why do
And I
all
work
of your
with some
TV
people that
shows
are-
suck? What happens?
Why
What
do
goes
what?
on? What goes wrong?
With what?
Because you're so funny. I adore you.
With what? What goes wrong with what?
Your TV shows.
Well, here's the thing.
You tried like the ABC thing.
I'm
What the
a,
hell was that called? It was awful.
I'm a stand-up comedian, right?
You thought the
Yeah, you
Norm
are.
show was awful?
It's terrible.
I am a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, you are.
And I'm a very good stand-up comedian. So when you're a...
We all know what we're good at.
Yeah. I'm a great stand-up comedian. I'm a great stand-up comedian. So what happens is in Hollywood, if you're a great stand-up comedian, they go, how would you like to do a horrible movie? And how would you like to be terrible in a bad sitcom?
No, I love the
That's
movie.
the way it goes.
The movie I thought was funny.
I wrote the movie.
It's weird.
Did you write that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That was
What's
good.
weird
That movie, the movie was very funny.
Show business is the only place where if you're successful in show business, people think in the street it's okay to tell you your stuff sucks, but no one goes to some doctor and says like, "My God, you like that guy died in surgery. You're like the worst doctor," or even like
Exactly.
even if you
But
live.
when you do something out loud, people come in and say, "You know what? You suck."
Yeah,
You're
or
like
it's
every
not-
day.
I don't
Like
know
I
if
get
that's so
every day.
fair,
Like
to go
Darian,
up to
you
some
suck.
teacher and go, "You're the worst teacher in the whole world."
You're the worst accountant ever. You can't even count. Dan in Fremont, you want to talk to Darian O'Toole and Norm Macdonald, who's incredibly shy. He's so
Hi,
cute.
Darian.
Hi, Dan.
Hi, how are
Welcome
you?
to
I love your show.
106.9 Free FM.
Love your show. Love to do you. I mean,
oh well.
no, Norm. I saw Norm last night. He was. He made me cry. He was so funny.
Yeah, he is.
The jokes about death. I mean, you could take something like that and make it hilarious.
Nothing funnier than death. Nothing funnier than dying.
The heart attack stuff. Oh man, it made me cry, Norm.
Thank you very much. That's
That's all I had to say. Keep up the good work. Love the show.
Thanks, Sally.
All right, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Dan. You're so
Well,
shy.
to me,
you're like, thank you very much. Yeah.
To
death
me,
is
Darian,
funny.
death is funny because
Let me tell you a little story, Darren.
Okay, do that.
I
By all means,
did
Norm
stand
Macdonald.
up. I did stand up for a long time.
You're very good at it.
And I used to be very good at it. Now I'm great at it. But I happened upon Sam Kinison, who's a comic genius.
Love him. Yeah.
And so I was
He was amazing.
I was doing bits about dogs and cats and so forth. And he told me
So forth.
He told me you can talk about anything you want on stage. He said, "What are you most interested in? Just talk about what you're most interested in." And I'm not really interested in dogs or cats or socks or laundry or
Me
anything
neither.
like that.
Oh.
What I'm obsessed with is death.
Really? Obsessed?
Absolutely.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because
Why be?
why?
Why?
Because it's a natural thing to be obsessed with. Because
No, Norm, it's not.
oh yes, it is.
No,
people
no,
live,
Norm. No, it's not.
People live in a denial of death. People live.
I have faced death.
People live.
I've been dead. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I was.
What happened?
I was dead. I was dead.
No, you
I
weren't-
died.
you weren't literally
no,
dead.
seriously, I died. I died on the table
Well, that
for
only,
like 36 seconds, whatever it was.
Well, but you weren't dead.
I was.
Really?
I came back. Seriously. No, for real. No, seriously. I was dead.
Wow.
I know. See? Look at him. All
But
interested.
since then,
See, look, now Norm Macdonald cares.
Yeah.
Now he gives a rat's ass.
Wait.
A minute
Yeah.
ago, he's like another stupid radio show.
Isn't that an interesting? Don't you find that
Death?
a very interesting part of your life?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
More than
Defining.
cats and dogs and stuff like that?
Definitely more than cats
It's
and dogs.
defining.
It is. It's defining. But you don't. But you know what? I didn't have like. There was no. I was expecting like something like the fires of hell or some angels, people, something.
that happens.
I got nothing.
No,
I
that
had
happens.
nothing.
You didn't die long enough. That happens in 45 seconds.
See?
You were
wasn't
9
dead.
seconds from the great stuff.
I always come this close.
Yeah.
I never just get it.
Everyone knows it happens at 45.
That's great. That's interesting.
Norm's impressed now that I've been dead.
No, I love that.
But did it change
Norm
you?
is finally interested to be here.
No.
He's like, well,
Because you've just
chick's been dead.
You've just admitted that was a defining moment in your life.
No, but afterwards,
So
did it change you at all?
You too are very interested in death.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all are.
We all are.
We
because
really are. It hinders us.
You have to.
He's scary.
You have
You're
to li-
scary.
you have to
No,
live-
you're looking at me like you're a freaking zombie. You're
because he's the undead.
Scary.
I would go for that undead if a vampire. Like,
Really?
yeah.
Would you? If you had a choice?
If
you
there
could
was a
live like-
vampire,
yeah.
yeah, I'd take
You
the
would
deal.
you would do it?
Yeah, instead of dying.
You really would.
Absolutely, in a second. Because it's the only thing I don't want to do.
You know what's crazy? He's not kidding.
No, but here's
There's
the
something
thing.
wrong with this guy.
If you're going to become a vampire, but you know you're close to death, you're like 95, then you become the vampire.
Right.
But you don't want to do it
See?
at like 30-something.
No, because that's
you got to
the-
deal
yeah.
with their whole...
Let me tell you
Yeah.
this:
That's a
everyone
good
wants to
point.
live forever. Everyone.
Yeah, but
Would you agree with that?
I would agree with that. Yeah.
No one wants to die.
No one wants to. Nobody wants to die. We don't want to die.
Yeah,
Dying sucks. It's
Right.
not fun.
Right.
No.
And so
No fun.
And so, by precedent, we think we are going to die, and so then that,
Norm Macdonald says on 106.9 Free FM, dying sucks.
yeah,
It's revolutionary.
and it's always there. It's always in the back of your head.
And it stops us from doing things we want to do. There's like that fear.
He's not kidding. There's something wrong with this dude.
No,
He
there's
gives me
nothing
the
wrong
creeps.
with... I honestly don't think there's anything wrong with him. Yeah, people are obsessed with death, and he's just one of those people.
All right.
I
Ben.
guess.
Ben wants to talk to you. Ben in Livermore. You're on the air with Darian, 106.9 Free FM, and Norm Macdonald, who's creepy.
Hello?
He's just creepy.
New songs on the radio sounding fake. Prince and Genesis were better anyway. Am I just being too
I would think it would be creepy. A guy who
You're
wanted to
creepy.
die.
You're creepy.
A guy who wanted to die would be creepy. Hi, Ben.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. How are you, pal?
I'm doing well.
See, now he's friendly. Look at him.
Because, you're talking about death and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of ironic but awesome at the same time that you play death on The Family Guy.
Oh yeah, I did.
Oh,
play
yeah,
that.
you
That's
did.
right.
You did. That's right. You
Probably
played
like-
the Grim Reaper.
Oh,
That was
I
very
love it. Every
funny.
time an episode comes on where you're on playing death, I'll TiVo it and watch it over and over.
That's nice. Thanks,
And any of the films you've been in, they don't suck.
That's right.
Nice.
Oh, that's not good. Ben, that's not nice.
What? No, she said they don't suck.
Yeah, you're the one who says he's horrible.
You're the one that said that. You're the one that said they suck.
No, you said his TV series 3 years. It was on the air for 3 years. Was terrible.
No, it wasn't awful. It was just
She hangs up on Ben. That's a terrible thing to say.
Yeah, how dare you? We have a point to make about him being awful, and you're ruining it.
Oh my God.
And weird and creepy. And you never even mentioned my name. You just keep saying we're here with Norm Macdonald. And you don't even know my name.
Michael.
Yeah, all right.
Michael what?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Michael Gelbart.
Well, you said it with hatred. I just...
You didn't say it like you love him.
Yeah, you hate me too? Oh, my work sucks also?
You said it with total disdain.
Yeah, I don't love
Michael
him.
Gelbart.
I don't love him. I love him myself.
All right, we're going to take a little break.
All right.
Norm Macdonald, who I do love.
Still not mentioning me.
I'm still loving Michael. I don't know who the hell he is, but I love him. I don't know who you are.
I explained. I'm the one who set up the explanation as to why we're even in town.
You're the guy who's bitter that you had to be upstairs. That's all I know. I love you for that. I love you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to do the crappy show to come to Darien. 10:35.
Henry Rollins
no, it's
was
all right.
on an airplane.
Henry Rollins.
reading
By
a
the way,
book-
Henry
reading a
Rollins was
book
born in
called-
Washington, D.C.
He
By
was
the way.
reading a book called Jihad, The Rise of Militant Islam.
Are you still on the air?
Yeah, we're
And he
still
thought
on
it was
the air.
strange that they questioned him afterwards.
I loved the first radio show, by the way. I thought it was great. I don't know why you keep...
You did not.
Yes, I did. I
No,
love
you
that
did
girl.
not.
I'm marrying her.
You hated her.
Yeah, you want me to hate
You
her.
wanted her
You
dead.
hate her.
I do. Total.
You admit that?
Totally.
Does she? Do you guys
She's
fight?
awful. Oh, God told her she came down here. I want her dead.
You guys will work it out.
No, we won't. And by the way, it's out.
Is that Bush live?
Oot?
It's totally live. We're still, yes, guys, we're still in the air. All right, Norm Macdonald and Michael
We're on the
somebody.
air.
Yeah,
Johnson.
totally.
Michael Johnson.
Michael 106.9 Free FM. All right, Norm Macdonald is in the studio with me and with Michael somebody.
Michael O'Toole. Huh?
There we go.
It's your last name.
Norm's like, I don't know. Norm's like, I got nothing. Norm and I were discussing Marmaduke. We were arguing about Marmaduke. That's how ridiculous it's
Yeah,
gotten
of
in
that
here.
whole
We were
conversation.
having-
That's what you come back with. The worst-
He wanted green tea. He came in here looking for green. He's like, can we get you some water? No, I want green tea. I got nothing. And then we're discussing Marmaduke.
It's for my cholesterol.
Low cholesterol diet.
Now, Marmaduke, that hound would get in some fixes.
Yeah, he was giant.
He was a big dog.
That was the big joke in Marmaduke, was that he was so big, right?
Yeah.
It was awesome.
But he was dwarfed by, I mean...
The people in the house.
No, he was dwarfed by the big red dog that came out later that took the concept to
a whole other level.
Clifford,
But it's skewed
exactly.
younger.
Yeah.
And then there was Beethoven, and all hell broke loose.
Yeah, Beethoven.
I'm with
Man, I can't believe the Marmaduke people didn't sue over the Beethoven movies.
Beethoven, apparently, in the third movie, was blind. Or deaf. I couldn't remember.
That was the plot. He goes
deaf.
No, that was the plot of the third
One or the
movie,
other.
that Beethoven goes blind.
No, because the real Beethoven wasn't deaf. I was trying to make some...
No, he had to play blind.
Norm was going for some subtext there.
Yeah.
You missed it, Michael.
I
I didn't, yeah.
You totally missed it.
I,
He was trying to be smart
I'm sure I'll
there.
be okay, though.
Oh my God!
So
you're
what should we
ridiculous.
talk about?
We should talk about where you're playing, because I should probably plug like where the hell you are.
San
Poor
Jose
baby. He's
Improv.
like, do I have to do another
Playing the
awful radio show?
We're playing the San Jose Improv this week.
Oh, that's a good club, actually. I love
Yeah,
that.
it's a great
I like
club.
It is. 408-280-7475. Improv.com. Not that difficult. We have a person who wants to talk to you, Jenny, in Union City wants to talk to
cool.
Norm Macdonald.
Union City. New Jersey?
She's on, probably.
Somewhere near there. Yeah.
Jenny?
Maybe. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Hey, I wanted to tell you, Norm, you are just the most laid-back, hilarious guy. You are just really gifted with humor. I mean, keep it going till you're at least in your 90s, huh?
Ah, that's sweet, man. That's
Hey,
very
you know,
nice.
about this whole, dying thing, it's not like I'm, at a bridge about to jump and you're my last call or anything.
Oh,
But
good
I don't
Lord.
think it's such a bad idea, to, go to the great beyond. I mean, it's got.
He's obsessed, though. He
well,
said he's
well,
obsessed.
wait a minute. Going to the great beyond, that's not dying. That's just living.
Well, I haven't got that part, so it wouldn't scare me at all. I mean, I would pretty much welcome.
Well, it's not scaring you because you're not going to die. You're going to just go somewhere else.
Well, yeah, but I think it's going to be peaceful, and it's not going to be.
Oh, whoa!
Right, but Jenny,
You didn't drop her.
Jenny, you're not going to
No,
be
I
dead.
didn't. It's okay.
What the heck am I going to be then?
You're going to be alive somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not afraid of that.
The concept of heaven or hell is that you are still alive there. Like you're still,
Yeah.
Jenny's still like
Jenny's
still Jenny.
Yeah.
Instead of just asleep forever.
Yeah.
What if you feel like you've kind of been living in hell here? So heaven looks pretty good.
Well, but you're still alive, and of course, if
Yeah, I'm just saying that to be afraid of it or anything is crazy. It's someplace.
I'm not afraid of going to heaven. I'm afraid of dying, and I'm afraid of
What
dirt.
are you afraid of?
I'm afraid of being smothered in dirt.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I'm all about
not
cremation.
aware of that. You're long gone past that. It's not you. You're
Afraid of
already
being
up above watching your own funeral, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Why not? Why wouldn't you get a view of that? See all the people that cared about you and hear all the great things.
Well, no, but if I was certain that was the case, I wouldn't be afraid because I wouldn't be dying.
It's the uncertainty of it.
Well, I think they need you up there at some point, to keep everybody laughing. I really do. Norm.
Yeah, there's great
go.
comics up in heaven. They
Believe
don't need
me,
Norm. They got Pryor.
I got Lenny Bruce.
Yeah,
we got people.
When's
I
Norm
love
gonna
the
come?
Who needs
idea
him?
of heaven.
Who needs him?
I love clouds. I'd like to learn the harp. I love all that stuff.
Like to learn the harp.
Finnison, I don't know which way he went, but I'm hoping he went up because he was my,
Who's this?
Sam Kinison.
I love Sam.
I love
Kinison.
Sam. He was great.
Yeah, he was a wild one.
You know what? He was a nice guy too, though.
Elevator he went on, but hopefully
he was a nice guy though.
He was a very sweet
fun
man.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a very sweet man.
He was a good guy.
And
Thank you very much,
Jenny, you still there?
No, she dropped.
Yeah, I
Oh,
get it.
well, if you're still listening, Jenny, the last
alive.
thing that Sam did was speak to his Savior before he went. So
Is that true?
Yeah.
Are you making that up?
No, I'm not making it
Because
up.
you're a little bit crazy.
Because he survived the car accident. He was
Norm Macdonald, you're crazy.
He was alive for 5 minutes. And
Is it true that you were in Canada?
he
You were
spoke to
somewhere in Canada
God.
and you were like high on pot and they stopped you? Is that true?
They stopped me doing what?
They stopped you and you went, sorry, I'm high.
They stopped me. What do you
You
mean
were
they
like
stopped
waiting
me?
for a bus? Is that true? No?
Why would they stop me if I was waiting
Chad,
for a
where's
bus?
the story? Isn't the story? Chad knows the story. My producer knows the story. You were somewhere in Canada. You were, look at Michael yawning. You were high on pot and they stopped you.
But I don't know what you mean.
Is
They
that not
stopped
true?
me.
They stopped you. Like the police stopped and said, hey, you, are you high on pot? No?
Are they allowed to start with that?
Yeah.
Like, aren't they supposed to say something else?
They might have said
like, evening,
hello.
sir.
Seems like
What
the
are you
worst
doing?
investigator ever.
Yeah. The worst Columbo ever.
Can't get.
What's the matter?
Chad's angry.
Yeah, because you're definitely misquoted.
Yeah,
You're misquoted.
is it true that you were ever on a bus? What kind of question is that?
And the cop-
I said that I heard a story that
He was high on a bus.
that Norm was going to do a show, and he got on one of those
In
big
Ontario, right?
in Ontario, and he got on one of those big charter buses, and I heard you got on the wrong bus by accident,
looking at you.
and it took you way out into Western Ontario, almost to the prairies, and that's when you got off and realized that you were in the wrong spot, and you
And
were
high.
just
This
sitting
story
there.
is so
Yes. This
different
is-
than what we just
I know.
heard.
I know. She has
is
no,
not
she
a
has no-
listener.
she
She
has
does
no
not
retention.
listen.
So the story that I heard was you got on the wrong bus.
Right.
You ended up going like far away from the comedy club.
to
You stepped
Grand
off,
Prairie, I
and
remember
then you
that.
just.
You remember?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
All right.
Okay.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound like the
But
pod story.
Not at all.
A
Not at all.
policeman never came to me and said, "Are you high on pot at a bus stop?"
No.
But that makes it so much more fun.
That's not
See,
the
you got to be
craziest
really careful
story
with what
ever.
you say. 'cause it,
But
that
I
was-
will say, one time I went to
One time.
one time I went to join the Army, because
right.
When you're a young kid and you're a bum and you don't know what to do, then your last resort, you're always like, well, I can always join the Army,
right.
So me and my buddy were
I'm
just,
always one step away from the Army.
And I said, all right, well, let's go join the Army. So we went in, and the recruiting guy was asking us questions. So he was like, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, have you ever done drugs, And so I go, I thought you were supposed to tell the truth, So I go, yeah, I've done drugs, I smoke pot and stuff, I don't do serious drugs, but yeah, I smoke pot. And then he goes, okay. He goes, I didn't really hear that. He goes, let me just ask you one more time, did you ever smoke pot? So then I thought he wanted me to be more honest. I went, oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot.
And then he's like, listen, why don't you come back next week? Like, he couldn't come right out and say, like, don't say that. But I guess you can't get in the Army if you've ever smoked pot. Or if you ever...
Really?
If you admit to it, I guess.
Is that the truth? I did not know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that about the Army. See how I learned things? Ryan in Berkeley. You're on the air with Darian on 106.9 Free FM.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, welcome.
You
and
got
here's
Norm
Norm.
Macdonald over there?
He's right here.
How are you?
Norm, hey, how you doing? I'm a big fan of yours. Watching you for a really long time. I love Dirty Work, one of my favorite movies.
Ah, thanks. I like that movie.
That's a good movie. That's a funny
the best,
movie.
Man. It's the best. Hey, I got a question for you. I was watching this stuff, I think it was with Jim Brewer, and he was telling me, he was saying that when you worked with Saturday Night Live that you were kind of like a rebel and you didn't really care about anything.
Yeah, that's true.
That's interesting.
I didn't really...
What happened? Because who was it that didn't like you? Thank you very much for calling, Ryan. Who was it that didn't like you? Because you were so funny. And Kevin's coming in. Kevin Nealon's coming in. I love Kevin.
Yeah,
but he's a good guy. But I'll tell you what, though, when you did the whatever it's called, the news, whatever you called it.
Yeah, fake news.
Yeah, whatever.
You couldn't memorize the word fake? The whatever you called it news?
Thank you, Michael, for pointing that out, you idiot. Hate you, Canadian bastard. But I did. I loved it when you were on, but the guy didn't like you, right? What's his
the guy
name?
didn't like me. Don Olmeyer.
He was like, get rid of you.
You guys both, you and Darian both got with OJ.
Yeah.
No, you went after OJ, and you were always going after OJ.
Yeah, OJ sued me.
OJ sued
tried to
you?
sue her.
He sued me.
Cool.
I know, isn't that awesome?
Wow, good thing he didn't kill you.
I know,
but it's
right?
great
Thank
that
God I'm not a blonde.
if he sues you, he has to prove that what you said was untrue.
I know, which good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck,
But
guilty.
Omar was buddies with OJ.
Unless Nicole was using that sock as a tampon, he's guilty.
He's it's stuff like that brought the suit.
Stuff like that
I
brought
would
the lawsuit.
sue for that comment.
But that's the big thing. He
Just
was
as a
a big.
listener.
Omar was a big sports nut, and Norm would go on. Norm would go on and rip on OJ all the time. Like you ripped on him, and she ripped on him all the time down here in the Bay, and
he got word of it.
Yeah, he got word of it and said they're going to sue.
I was all over him.
Wow, he sued you. That's cool. That's
I know.
great
It's
story.
a nice thing.
Do you have the letter? Did you frame it? I would have framed that.
Of course. Please. What? Do I not seem like a narcissist to you? Have you missed something?
The part where you didn't listen to the guy's bus story, and you made Norm a drug user because he got on the wrong bus.
All I heard was Norm
that was
bus
the moment I
pot.
knew.
That's all I heard. I didn't.
Warm bus pot.
I didn't
Is
even
it true
memorize
you were at a
the
bus
story.
stop? And a policeman said, "Are you on pot?"
Yeah.
How could that possibly be a story that ever happened to anyone?
It couldn't.
It couldn't happen.
And it didn't. The guy hated that moment so much he stormed in. Like some guy, he came in to correct it. He was...
All right, shut up, people. All right.
By people, she means me.
Yeah, totally. Alex in Santa Rosa. You're on there with Darian, 106.9 Free FM. And Norm. And Michael.
Hey, how you doing, Norm?
I'm
a
good.
big fan.
Nobody cares about me.
Or me.
No, they don't care about us.
Norm's a
It's all
special
about
guest.
Norm.
Hi, Alex.
Hey, I was a big fan from your SNL days. I've got a quick question for you.
Sure, pal.
Did any celebrities that you ever impersonated ever kind of comment on it? Like, what did Burt Reynolds ever think of your Burt Reynolds impression?
Oh, that was excellent, too.
Well, when I
That
did
was good.
impressions of
Thank
guys,
you. Good question.
I could only do impressions of... Why do you cut them off all the time? Maybe we could have a dialogue. Just clicks out like Larry King. Okay, so now I have to answer a question that...
Yeah, the guy's not there to
even
add
there. We
something.
can't have
I could do the guy's voice. Yeah, go on. Yeah, tell me more, man.
No, when I did the impressions of the guys, I'd always do impressions of guys like I liked because guys I liked, I've watched. Like I watched Burt Reynolds ever since I was a kid when he was on the Carson show, and David Letterman was like my favorite
Did you
guy
like
ever.
Carson? Because I hate Carson.
You hated Johnny Carson?
I really didn't like Johnny Carson.
Well, David Letterman.
I love Letterman.
David Letterman was the guy that
To me, like,
I
that's the
loved.
guy.
He was my
Me too.
generation's guy.
Me too.
But
I think we're the same. How old are you?
so I'm 42.
Oh, you're old.
So I did impressions. I know I'm old. So I did impressions.
No, you're not.
Listen, I've seen more sunsets than I'm about to see, and I understand that. But and
Mr. Obsessed with
I'm
Death.
well with that.
He's 42. He's obsessed with death.
But
Crazy.
So to answer the question
from the guy that you kicked off the radio,
that I did impressions of guys. I always did impressions of guys I really liked because I listened to them so often that I try to be like them and stuff, and I could do impressions. So I always liked them. So Burt Reynolds was really funny. He was going to come on the show because I wrote this sketch, Celebrity Jeopardy, just so I could do my Burt Reynolds.
Oh, that was good.
And then Burt Reynolds wanted to come on the show and punch me in the face and beat me up and then take over, and then he'd be an idiot too. And I thought that was really cool of him to do.
That's nice. I like that. Right.
Did it happen?
Elmer
Nah.
from Santa Clara.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello?
You're on the air with Darian and Norm Macdonald.
Who is it?
695.
Norm
Elmer.
Macdonald. Elmer.
Hey, Elmer, what's up?
Nothing much. I'm going to go see you tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing at the Improv, at
yeah.
San Jose Improv.
Thank you. Yeah, okay.
He's like, he knows he's coming.
There's
Yes.
a click. Thank you.
Dirty Work number 2? Are you going to make it?
I'd love to make Dirty Work number 2.
With Artie.
Yeah, I'd love to
Artie.
do that. Artie and I have been talking about
Artie's
it.
a good guy.
Yeah, Artie's a great guy.
It's got like a little following, like, Office Space.
Yeah, it's got. I would say that it's got that same
Well,
kind of
people
cult
like it.
thing. Yeah, a lot of people like it. Office Space is a great movie. And,
Yeah, but so is Dirty Work.
Yeah, I think that Dirty Work 2 would be a great idea.
Yeah, man.
See now, he's look at how nervous he is. I'm keeping this person on just because it's annoying you.
And no, it's
when
not
I
annoying
click
me.
him off,
I
you
like
like it.
talking to
She
Elmer.
wanted to call to annoy Darian because I don't like her.
Oh,
You don't like me? What, Elmer?
Listen to yourself.
No, I
Keep
can't.
going, Elmer.
I've never-
Elmer's hilarious.
I mean, come on.
Elmer, why are you listening if you hate me?
Well,
I'm only listening because of Norman. Yesterday because of Patrice. So.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, it depends on the guest you have.
Ah, that's fair.
Like Joe Rogan when you put them on.
Joe Rogan, oh yeah. Joe Rogan's a
Rogan was-
good buddy of mine. Yeah. He was here for 3 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool of you. But
See?
other than-
See?
other than
See?
your
So I got
stuff,
something, right? You don't have to hate me. You don't be hating.
I don't hate you. I just don't like your show.
All right, well, that's fair.
It's a big difference.
yeah, that's just you got a good point. Elmer makes a good point.
Wait, you don't hate her, but you hate her show, but you like all the guests. What part of the show do you not like?
Yeah.
When she talks.
When I talk.
So you don't like her?
Yeah, when she throws.
You really did did you intensely dislike me, or you just a little bit? Do I make you mad?
No. It's like, how does she get on the radio?
Like, why does that woman have a show?
Yeah.
She's so annoying.
Yeah.
She never shuts up.
Yeah, I'm just
that voice.
She has a sexy voice. Very sexy voice.
In Dirty Work 2, Norm kills Darian. Like he.
Oh, come on! Don't lie. Please do it.
Dirty Work 3.
No murder. No murder. Just
no murder.
He's a good guy, Elmer. He doesn't like
want
what
me
you
dead.
do, but he doesn't mind you as a human being.
I kind of like him.
Yeah.
Elmer, I'm warming up to you, Elmer.
Really? Should.
I know you don't like me, but I'm kind of loving you.
One, I haven't liked you, but I listen.
I don't like you, but I'll listen for the funny guests.
And he doesn't. He won't. He doesn't want to see you murdered.
Yeah, and he also doesn't dislike you.
he just wants to be harmed, not
You're not
killed.
listening closely,
Not
Elmer. He
killed.
doesn't dislike you. He dislikes what you do for a living and how you do it.
Yeah.
But you seem fine to him.
You all right with that, Elmer?
Right on. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
What's that music? Do you hear music in your head?
Yeah, it's good. It means we're going to break.
Oh, is that what it means?
Yeah.
I mean, shut up, Darren.
You listen to 106.9 Free FM.
Not point.
106.9 Free
There
FM,
you
the
go.
Darian O'Toole
Excellent.
Show.
Oh, nice. That's beautiful.
Today's guest, Norm Macdonald.
All right. I'm going to keep you. I'm keeping you. I was going to let you go, but I'm not. I'm keeping you. You're staying.
That was the moment?
That was the defining moment right there. I'm having
Damn
fun.
it.
You're not leaving. Nope, they're staying for one more segment.
hungry.
I don't care.
Yeah.
No.
that?
Chad's giving me the no. Chad's giving me the no. What's the no?
Why, they don't like
I've
it?
got another. Well, I don't care. They can cross, can't they?
We don't have
What do you mean no?
This hasn't even
What, Kevin
going
Nealon's
that
going to
well.
kick out? What, Kevin Nealon?
Quieter.
I would like you to stay. That would be
love
nice.
to.
Would you like to stay?
Sure, I'd love to.
Excellent. Okay, Norm Macdonald, more of him. I left them in here alone. Apparently I let them wander. I don't know what I did. I don't know. If I offended them, I don't know. They're gone. For a minute ago, I had Norm Macdonald and Kevin Nealon right in my sights. Now they're both... Oh, there's Kevin. Hello. There you go. Hello, Kevin. My God, you're all so tall. Y'all look so short on SNL.
I have a high range of 5'8" to 6'4".
You what? All right, we have to discuss this. We were listening to this the other day. We thought you were in the building. We thought you were upstairs. You were. Oh God, I'm so sorry, Kevin. I apologize. Yeah, you're on the air. I apologize for everybody on the radio that sucks. And you were on the air with somebody who had no idea. Like she had no idea. She didn't even know you were on Saturday Night Live. She knew nothing.
Really?
Yeah, and
Somebody here?
Somebody here upstairs. Yeah, and they chose it as a best of. It was so bad, and they actually picked it and said, "You know what? We're going to play it back again, just to show how stupid I am." And she played it again, and I thought you were in the building, so we went upstairs to try to find you, but they were off.
I was nowhere to be found.
No, so I'm very happy to have you here.
I'm happy to be here. I've heard so much about this 106.9
Are you okay?
Free FM.
Because you looked a little terrified in the hallway.
No, not at all. I feel very
You
comfortable
got a little
here.
bit attacked by Norm Macdonald.
Hey, Norm, hey. Crack wars.
I don't know where
Is he coming back? I think he's coming back.
I don't know. He went to pee. He's never come back.
No.
It's been like 2 hours. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know if he's coming back.
He was drinking a lot of water this morning last time I saw him.
I think there might be something going on with Norm. I think he might be busy.
Did you just talk with Norm?
Yeah.
And
we
how
just
was
had It was great. He was funny.
Yeah, he's a very funny young
He
man.
is a funny man.
Yep. As are you. No, I don't know.
I'm not a funny man.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not a funny man.
We'll give Norm another 30 minutes.
You think?
Yeah.
Have you worked with him in the past? I don't, because I don't even know. I don't even
Yeah, I was
pay
with
attention.
him on Saturday Night Live for a couple of years.
Were you guys
Yeah.
did you cross over?
Mm-hmm.
Because we were talking about the news desk, the fake news, which he made fun of me. The fake news.
Actually, that is not fake news, by the way.
It is. It is.
No.
Yeah, it sure is.
No, it's real news. See, I told you Norm would come back. Norm and
back.
Mike.
Norm's back, but he's been injured.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the fake news?
We're talking about the
Yeah.
fake news.
Here's
that
an interesting thing. Here's an interesting thing.
Norm Macdonald, everybody, is back in the building.
That I don't know if Kevin
Nealon's like, I don't know why I'm here.
Kevin will remember or not, but they use the term fake news now like it's a term, they'll say like
it's okay.
like Jon Stewart does the fake news or anything. But it actually
I love Jon Stewart.
originated when Kevin was the host of Weekend Update. And I don't know if you remember
Weekend
this,
Update.
Kevin.
That's what I was trying to see. That's what
But
I was
I
trying to
came
think
on as the homophobic. Do you remember that?
Kevin looks terrified.
I came on as-
Kevin does not look happy. Kevin, are you not happy?
I came on
this
as
is my very
okay?
casual, relaxed look.
All right.
and people would come on to you know how the Weekend Update works.
Yeah.
And Kevin would bring
How it worked.
Kevin would bring people on, and so I was the homophobic
Guy.
Yeah.
There you go.
And so
Correspondent.
the homophobic correspondent. So I kept going like, anyways, I was talking about the media, the media is, who's watching the media? The media is supposed to be the watchdog, but who's watching the media? I
Right.
mean, we all know who's watching my crotch, this character over here, to Kevin, And then at one point I said to Kevin, why don't you just, go on, you just do your fake news. I just said it like it's an ad lib.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there you have it.
That's where it's
And that's where it happened. There you go.
where
And we
the
have
fake news
Janet in
started.
Daly City. Janet in Daly City. You're on the air with 106.9 Free FM.
Hey.
Hi, Janet.
But I also think Kevin was the best guy,
Norm.
other than Chevy, to ever do the news.
I agree. I agree
I
with
thought
that.
Norm was the best.
I liked you both.
Because
I
Kevin
really
did it most as a newscaster.
You both cracked. Okay.
and
just
he
flashes
did it
going off
the
there.
hardest way because he did it without any savers or anything.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's really
And
true.
that's the hardest way to do it.
No tricks.
Do you know
And
what
I
I mean,
needed
Kevin?
a lot of savers. That's right. I do remember that.
He needed some-
No,
I
you
do, yeah.
didn't use them.
I like the way Chevy did it, so I did it that way.
Yeah, Chevy was the best.
He was.
But Kevin was
He
the
was the
second
original.
best.
All right. Hello, Janet.
Yeah, Norm, I have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Whatever. Remember when you were Death on Family Guy?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I
Grim
remember
Reaper.
that.
Grim Reaper. He was the Grim Reaper.
Is the question?
He was actually Death.
I was
Death
deaf.
was actually his name.
Exactly. I was deaf.
Stewie's a big fan. Nice to meet you.
Why you didn't stick with it?
Why I didn't stick with
Why
it?
didn't you stick with Death?
Well,
What
because
happened? What went wrong with Death?
I did the first one, and then they asked me to do the second one, and I said, I can't. I'm doing stand-up. I had a stand-up gig.
Oh, okay.
So I couldn't do it.
All right. Here we go.
Good story. Good story.
That is a good story.
So when you do something like that, an animated
Kevin
show,
Nealon, by the way, is
do they
playing at
put you in
Cobb's.
a little recording? Yeah, I'm over at Cobb's. That's
We should
right,
say that.
this
We
weekend.
should mention
Yeah.
that. You're playing at Cobb's.
Yeah.
You're at
Yeah.
the...
Norm's over at San Jose Improv.
I'm not trying to, draw lines.
You got
I'm
to
saying.
catch Kevin's stand-up because it's
You do.
fantastic.
Hey, what if one night we just switched? You showed up at Cobb's and I showed up at San Jose Improv. Who would be more pissed?
Who would be?
Which audience would be
which
more
audience?
pissed?
Who would be more angry?
I think probably
Norm's
audience would be more angry.
I don't know. It's a toss-up.
So when you do Family Guy, is there actually a set there, or do you go into a recording studio?
No, you just go into a recording studio. And
Did you meet Seth, though? Did you meet Seth?
Yeah, I met Seth.
I love
You're like
him.
obsessed with
I'm
him.
totally obsessed with him. I'm stalking
sexy.
Seth MacFarlane. He is sexy.
Do you actually leave town to stalk him? Because if not,
Yeah,
it's the worst
I was like,
stalking ever.
no, when I did my audition for this show, I was at KLSX down at our sister station in LA, and I was like next door to Fuzzy Door, and I was like in the lobby. I was ridiculous.
Have you ever been over to Cobb's?
Oh, of course, I go to Cobb's
a good
all the
club,
time.
isn't it?
I love Cobb's. It's excellent. Here,
Seats
Kevin
about
Nealon's playing there.
400.
Yeah.
No, I'll be there tonight. I think there's like 2 shows tonight, 2 on Saturday and 1 on Sunday. But it's a good club. It's a good club. San Jose Improv's a good club.
Seth might show up.
There you go. Something funny might happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kevin Nealon's so pissed. He's
Why
like,
do you
why
keep
am I
saying
here?
that? I'm not pissed.
You seem angry.
That's
you
what you
have
said
an
about
angry
me for
demeanor.
the first.
I have a very gentle, kind
You do
demeanor.
not. No,
The
you
least
don't. No,
angry
you don't.
guy I've
You
ever
have
seen.
you have an
No, I'm
angry
telling her.
demeanor. You have like a and I understand you've been on sucky radio shows, and I get that.
I
but
would wait. I saved the best for last, and I'm very happy to be here. I'm so happy this is my last one.
On some level, you think people don't like you
That's
before
what
you
it
even
is.
meet them.
Yes, there's a
There's something wrong with
self-esteem
me.
problem.
Yes.
There.
Because I never saw anger from him.
Never.
Because I assume people just like me. You think everyone hates your guts.
well, yeah, I go right to that.
Yeah, you got to relax a little bit. We all love you, and we're not angry.
You love me, Kevin?
Yeah.
You do.
Why are you so angry?
What's your issue, Darian?
Hey, Norm, a lot of people ask you, like, who's the worst host
That's what they're
on the show?
interviewing each other.
isn't that
If
the
I
worst
just sit here and
question?
laugh, they'll interview each
What are you
other.
gonna say?
I don't care.
Man, I say nothing.
I say, the books say certain things like that. Tom Shell's book. Have you read that?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good book.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that people come out in that Tom Shales book and save people.
Yeah. What happens with that?
Like Will
I thought
mentioned
Tom
a
Hanks
guy.
was great.
Yeah. Like Will mentioned
Who was
the guy
the worst?
that was the worst host.
Who was the worst for
Well,
you guys?
I would never
Who was
say
the worst one?
even
Oh,
if-
come on. Yes, you would.
No, of course
Come
I
on, you would. to
Why
me.
would I say that?
The
Because
thing
you love
about
me.
that show
You
is
just said you love me.
Every host that comes on there is terrified, so they're on their best behavior, and they want to be liked.
Yeah,
And
that's
so
true.
If somebody
It's got to be terrifying. Oh, my God.
It is.
Because you guys are used to it, right? I read a Jay. Actually, I didn't, because I've known Jay Moore for a long time.
Okay.
And I read his book. No, yeah, I know exactly who. But I've known him for a long time, and I had no idea that he was so terrified when he was on SNL. But he was. It was the worst time of his life. Oh, yeah, he wrote his book.
right?
Yeah, he
worst
was like
5 minutes of his life.
the worst 30 seconds he ever went through.
Really?
You got a book out of it.
I know.
I mean,
I know.
You can't really,
And actually, it was riveting. It was, but he ripped all of you.
Well, it is terrifying to be on that show. Oh, he ripped us?
You
Oh,
don't
let me say this
You
about
don't even remember him, do you? You have no
No, I
idea
know,
who
I
I'm
know
talking
Jay Moore, and this is in his book, but this was funny.
He's like, aha! You have read the book.
No, yeah, I read the book,
Okay.
but I'm not saying anything out of school because he wrote it in his book. But Jay Moore,
didn't say anything about it,
Jay
but you-
Moore did a sketch called "Good Morning Brooklyn" or something
He's
like
a
that.
funny guy.
Whatever, I'm telling the story.
He is.
So he wrote he did a
Fine,
sketch.
Jay.
He wrote a sketch called "Good Morning Brooklyn" with Marissa Tomei or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
Something like that. Something like
so
that.
anyways, a comic phoned in and said, I do that in my act. Jay Moore stole that from my act. So the producer, Kenny Among, he goes, well, listen, guys can get different ideas. You know, you can't prove it. And the guy goes, well, actually, I can prove it. He sent a tape.
Oh, no.
And it was I saw the tape. It was the most hilarious tape. It's the stand-up comic doing the bit. And Jay Moore is in the front row laughing.
No, really?
No way.
Yeah.
Not the front row.
So Saturday Night Live.
Something like that.
Yeah.
The second
Really?
row.
I can't imagine comics just
Something
sitting
less
in the front row.
embarrassing.
So Saturday Night Live had to pay this guy. It's in the book, so.
I didn't know that was in the book.
Did he
That's
ever
good.
admit to taking it, or?
Yeah, it's in the book. It's in his book.
I don't remember that.
He had to admit at that point.
I don't like to read those SNL books. You know, every time you turn the page, you think something bad's
It's
going to be
always
said
women
about
hate,
you.
and it's always
yeah.
like they say they hate women, but I mean Tina Fey is on there all the time.
They don't
She's like
hate
the
They don't hate
no. It's Lorne Michaels loves women.
No, every Valentine's Day he sends like a rose to every woman. Remember that?
Yes,
Norm?
he did.
Each
he
woman
really?
on the cast would get a nice long stem
Is that
rose.
true?
Yeah.
That's
the guys
nice.
would get crap.
Who were the women on the show when you were guys?
Who the hell knows who they were?
Yeah,
Well,
who?
Kevin had
Who now?
very talented women
I
during
don't
his
remember.
time.
They're all
Jan
you all
Hooks,
blend together.
Nora Dunn,
Oh, I
Victoria
love her,
Jackson.
yeah.
I was actually dating Jan Hooks at the time. The first
Were
year
you
I was on.
really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So he
Did
probably
she?
had. They were probably the most talented women.
You and
since
Jan
the
Hooks were getting to know. This is interesting. You and
I
Jan
didn't
Hooks
say
were
we're getting it
on.
on. I said we're dating.
Oh, yeah. All right. So you're getting nothing.
Yeah.
Kevin Nealon actually had a chance to date Jennifer Aniston at one
Did you really?
It was just like 3 months.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we did a short film together.
What film?
I don't remember.
What are you talking about? No,
It wasn't Leprechaun.
I'm saying,
Please not be
remember you
Leprechaun.
lived in New York and she was a hostess?
Oh, yeah. I never dated her. What happened was, when I first got on the show, there was this restaurant around the corner around my house,
Right.
and there was this really cute hostess in there. It was just a little hamburger place, and I would go in there, and the food wasn't really that great, but I just loved seeing her and looking at her.
Miss Jennifer Aniston?
This is in '86 or '87.
Wow.
And then she left. I didn't see her for a long time, and then I run into Jennifer Aniston, 10 years later. And she goes, "You used to come into the restaurant I was hostess at a lot."
No
This is
way!
before she got into show business. And I said, "Really? Which one?" And she goes, and she named the restaurant. I thought, wow. See that?
That's good. See,
Good story.
powerful man.
Good story.
So you could have asked her out.
I
you know?
could have.
He was on
He
TV.
could have. He didn't.
One time I was on the show and Jewel was on the show.
Nice.
Oh, with her crazy teeth?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I
That's what everyone knows her
love
for.
I
I know,
love her
the jacked up
crazy
teeth. No, you really? You
Yeah,
like the
because,
jacked up
because
teeth?
I find it cute and she's just my perfect type of girl. I really like
Yeah,
Jewel.
she's hot.
So I go to the I'm at the show, right? And I'm like, oh man, I'm going to meet Jewel. So she comes out, running out. She goes, Norm. Oh. She goes, she hugs me. She goes, I have the biggest crush on you, right? And so I'm in shock, you know. And she's like, are you going to go to the after party? So then I'm playing it cool. I'm like, yeah, maybe, you know. But,
in reality, you're the first one there every week.
So for the whole show, I'm just playing it cool and everything. And she's like, "You're gonna come, right?" Yeah, I'll probably be there. You know? So, but meanwhile, I'm like, I can't wait for the show to be over, and go there, and marry Jewel and everything like that. You know, I was all super happy. So then I go to the after party,
Super
right?
happy.
I go to the after party, and I show up late, you know, because
Nice.
Because it's the after party.
and here's Jewel sitting all alone in this booth, you know. So I come, I sit down, talking to her in the booth. All of a sudden, a French dude shows up, right? And she's like, "Oh, this is Pierre, whatever the hell." They start necking.
Pierre, whatever the hell.
Wow.
They start
Pierre,
necking
whatever
in
the
front
hell.
of me.
So this whole time she was setting you up.
She
You come to
was
the after
just-
party?
she's
Good.
playing you.
No,
She's
she
playing
had a
you, dog.
boyfriend. She was kissing.
Playing you.
So I was like, oh man.
Michael's.
No, I don't think she was playing me. I think she really did like me. And so then,
But then she was in.
so this would have been the smart play, right?
Right.
To be cool and nice and everything, because when she broke up with a French guy, then I'd have a chance. But instead, I'm making all these anti-French comments and being a dick, and then she doesn't like me, and then her, she busted up with a French guy and married a cowboy.
Married a cowboy.
Now,
But she did too, right?
Who did you have the biggest
Why
crush
did
on
they
that
all marry
hosted?
cowboys?
The biggest crush on that hosted?
Yeah. Besides John
All right.
Goodman.
Wait, we have a guest for you. We have
she
people who
cuts
want to
off
talk.
the
Will you
joke.
discuss, please? Allison, you're on 106.9
In
for
the
your
middle of
family.
the joke. We have
Darren O'Toole, Norm Macdonald, and Kevin Nealon, who, by the way, is playing at Cobb's tonight. You should go
dude.
see him. Hello, there's the boys.
I just wanted to. Well, first off, I want to say, Norm, I think you're like the funniest
Yes.
in the world.
Yes, I agree.
Insanely funny, and like me and all my friends completely worship you.
Ah, that's nice.
Are you playing in San Francisco?
Kevin, who?
They have French
Kevin, who
boyfriends.
now?
We're playing in San Jose.
He's at the San Jose Improv.
She doesn't like you enough to drive the hour, but they love you.
Yeah, biggest fan. Oh, San
Kevin
Jose.
Nealon is tonight at Cobb's.
Just like half the show. When are the shows?
I do a good Norm
You could
Macdonald
do
impression
both.
at
You know, you
Cobb's
could do
in
like an
San
early
Francisco.
show with Norm and a late show with Kevin. You could do that.
Oh, Kevin, where are you playing?
Right here at Cobb's in San Francisco.
There you go. Right in Columbus.
Yeah, we just lost.
Still nothing.
We just lost tickets there.
Still nothing. 5 minutes too far to drive.
Yeah. Anything in my family room? Yeah.
What's that?
Nothing. Doesn't matter anymore.
Darian's just lost control of the show completely.
Totally.
But
I
yeah,
just giggle.
but you know,
That's all I
I'll
do.
do San Francisco at some point.
Oh, Eduardo, San Rafael. Hello, Eduardo.
Cuts everyone off.
Hey, Norm, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you guys? How are you, Eduardo?
I don't cut everyone off. At some point, they have to
this
go.
morning. I'm totally on GURP. I'm hammered.
You're what?
But I had to. I'm on GURP.
What's GURP?
Like drinking Cisco and Carlo Rossi.
Oh yeah, sure. I know.
Okay, yeah.
What does that mean?
It's like
What is it?
Thunderbird.
I want to come see you guys tonight. What time are you guys going on?
What
not
time?
together.
Cobb's.
I'm on. Kevin Nealon's on at Cobb's probably about 9 o'clock.
Cobb's 9 o'clock.
Okay. Is that East Coast time?
Wait.
That's GURP time.
It's always GURP time, my friend. I'm looking at my Gucci right now.
Are you Canadian?
I gotta say, I'm gonna go see Gilbert Godfrey and.
Oh, he's coming in too
World
next week. He's coming in next week.
Next week.
He is. He really is.
Let's live in the moment.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing at that? That's funny. He's a good guy.
No, he is.
I like Gilbert.
I like those guys. I like Ernest P. Worrell a lot.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, you're talking about from Andy Griffith show?
No. Ernest goes to camp, but he's dead.
He's
you can't
dead.
see
Isn't
him
that guy
anywhere.
dead? Vern? Vern, he's
remake
dead.
that
No, he's
movie?
dead. He's dead. He's dead.
What'd you say?
You cut him off because Ernest is dead?
Never listened
So
to
who did you have a crush on? What guest host?
Daniel.
Jim Varney.
What guest
Hey,
host did you have
wait,
a crush on?
Daniel.
Dolly
Wait, hello. It's my show.
I never said
Daniel.
Dolly Parton, but I love Dolly
I've
Parton.
lost complete control of this program. Daniel
She
in
was hitting
Vallejo.
me.
You're on the Dairy
It
No Tool
seems
show
like
with
she's available. It seems like you could.
She did seem that way.
That's what I've heard about.
106.9 Free FM.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Who you talking to?
I'm talking to Daniel. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Daniel.
Norm, how's it going?
Good, man.
Are you coming back to the Bay Area anytime soon? Because I live up
Does
in North
anyone
Bay,
want to talk to
and
Kevin?
I can't go see you in San Jose. And that'd be a cool birthday present because my birthday is tomorrow, but I can't go.
How about a clock radio instead? Darren, can we get a clock
And you
radio?
guys really were the funniest guys on Saturday Night Live.
Have you ever seen Kevin stand up?
I've seen
He's
him
very
stand
funny.
up, but
He's
I've
very
not
funny.
seen him do his stand up.
His stand up
very
is
funny.
unbelievably good.
It is. It's true. That's true.
Oh yeah, Norm, did you lose any big money? Well, also that's what I wanted to know.
Nobody listens on your.
We're really trying.
I quit sports gambling.
Did you? Don't lie, Norm. You don't have to lie on the radio.
No, I did. I lost a tremendous amount of money on it, and I finally gave it up. I play poker, though.
Oh, I love poker.
No, you coming back to the Bay Area anytime soon and not playing San Jose?
Not playing San Jose.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
doing.
that's
Yeah,
not
I'm
the Bay
coming.
Area.
I'm coming to San Francisco in a few
I'm cutting
months.
him off, by the way. See? All right. See how I roll? That's how I roll. That's how I roll.
What kind of poker do you play, Norm?
No limit.
No limit?
All right.
Place
more
the
with-
money at the
you know
Commerce
what?
4 times
As long
around.
as they want to stay, I'm letting them because they're funny
18,000
boys.
last
Kevin
night.
Nealon and Norm Macdonald, 106.9 Free FM.
Darian O'Toole. Middays 10 to 2 on 106.9 Free FM.
Flew with him randomly twice, just randomly.
Just like
right
happened
next
to be
him.
in the plane?
Totally,
Really?
total dumb luck.
Crazy.
On 2 separate occasions, Norm sat right next to me. And he was like,
What a
I
treat.
can't believe this is happening
What a
again.
treat.
Yeah, it was. The last one was hilarious. We have this long conversation. We're having a great old time, and he's telling me, "Yeah, I quit smoking. And I don't like to smoke anymore. It's just terrible. It's so hard to quit, but I'm glad I did."
Yeah.
We land, and he immediately walks right into a gift shop and buys cigarettes. And he
Changed his
goes,
mind on
I
the flight.
changed my mind. I want to start smoking again. And he's lighting before he gets out the door. I mean, he's so impulsive. He's like lighting
Trump.
as he's walking towards the door. I'm like, whoa, like, Norm, what are you doing? He goes, yeah, I guess I smoke again. But that's, there's people out there that are like pretending to be wacky.
Right. He's really wacky.
I love those people. There's so few of them.
Who just themselves, like, no matter what.
Yeah, that's who Norm is. He's great. And he's so funny. I have a great story about Norm, me and him on a plane. And randomly, this is crazy, but true, randomly, twice I sat next to him on planes. Just randomly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, totally randomly. Like, what's up, Norm? What's up, Norm? Like, crazy, this is happening again. And both times it was a blast. But one time we're flying back, and he's like, yeah, I used to smoke. And I had to give it up. It's fucking terrible for you. But sometimes I miss it. But glad I quit. I'm like, how long has it been? He's telling me all these months. He stopped smoking, this and that. We're talking. As soon as we land, he walks right into the fucking store, buys a carton of cigarettes, and he's opening this cigarette. He's lighting it before he gets out the door. And I go, what are you doing? He goes, all that talk about smoking, I had to have one. And the flight from I forget where we even were, 2 times. Both times are just like the best flights. Like, just like having an audience of one next to one of the greatest comics ever and just be able to talk shit.
Yeah,
completely randomly, 2 times in my life I sat next to him on a plane. Just totally random.
I was in Vancouver, ran him at the airport.
Yep, once in Vancouver and once somewhere else. And the last one, he was talking about, I quit smoking. He's telling me how he quit smoking. It was hard. It was really hard to quit. And I did it. And, fucking smoking's terrible for you. So we land. He walks as fast as he can off the plane right into one of those stores and buys a pack of cigarettes. And he's opening up it, and he's got one in his mouth as he's out the door.
He went off for an hour about how it's terrible for you. He's so glad he's out over it.
So I'm outside with him. I go, what are you doing? I thought you quit smoking. He goes, yeah, but all that fucking talking about it, I wanted a cigarette.
So was he being funny, or was he just a weirdo?
No. He was just a genius.
Didn't drive, right? Didn't he not drive? Just invited people to go do tennis and stuff, so he'd be like, pick me up on the way.
His brain was just wired different.
Yeah.
It was just wired different all the time. But, like, he just decided, wow, let's smoke. And just, he couldn't light it quick enough on the way out the door. I randomly wound up sitting next to him on planes twice. On 2 different occasions, just like, I go, Norm, like out of nowhere, and he's sitting next to me. And one time, we're sitting there, we're talking, and we're having a good old time. And then he's talking about, I quit smoking. He's telling me how he quit smoking and finally quit smoking. And he's telling me all these things. And then when he lands, he literally, like he can't stop himself, runs into the airport store and buys cigarettes. And he's lighting it as he's leaving. I go, I thought you quit. He goes, I did. But all that talking about smoking makes me want one. And he's like, before he even got out the door, he's lighting the cigarette. He just couldn't stop himself.
But I like that he goes, all that talking. He's the one talking about it. All that talking. He always puts it on you. That's what's great about it.
But
he's like, this guy talks about smoking. He got me back smoking.
But it was so crazy because I was like, that's great, Norm. It's so great you quit. And he's like, fuck, I want a cigarette.
Take me on a journey. Take me far away from this life. I'd leave it in a hurry. Let's run away before morning.
Well, good to be here, eh? I quit smoking. You ever try to do that? Man, that's a tough thing, huh?
Do you think this to be a funny thing, or do you really have to
I'm doing it.
feel
No,
like-
I feel that I have an oral fixation. You know about that. I was a little late here tonight. I took a cab to the theater, folks. And I don't know if you've ever been in these New York City cabs, but I got one of those cabbies, couldn't speak English, Saw his name there on the dash. I couldn't even pronounce it. I think it was something like Hideki or Rabu. Something like that. And there's Charles Woodson. How about that? What a season he had. Great, man. He became the first defensive player to win the Heisman Trophy. And congratulations, Charles. That is something that no one can ever take away from you. Unless you kill your wife and a waiter, in which case... all bets are off. Just a word of advice.
Never been anything in the history of the ESPYs better than his monologue. So I want to go back there for a second with Norm. Thank you for making time for us. What do you remember most about all of that ESPYs thing that you did that made everyone uncomfortable and was hugely great, and instead of celebrated, got everyone mad?
Oh, hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi, Norm. No, this is what happened. I'm sure you guys have been to the ESPYs.
Yes.
No.
And it's a lot of fun. They'll go like, and now for best football team, you know, and the guy that won the Super Bowl, you know, so they get an award. And so I was doing my stand-up, but the audience is like 90% just New Yorkers, you know, and then right at the first few rows are all the athletes, and so the New Yorker guys liked me, but stupidly I didn't realize that they were showing pictures like behind me of you know, Ken Griffey scowling and stuff, you know, because they all hated my jokes.
John Elway was mad. Did you actually say why the long face to John Elway?
I was against that joke. That was Will Ferrell. He said, "Get some teeth" or something like that. I don't know what he said. Why the long face? I did say, but that's okay. But no. Will took on his teeth, and I was like, "Oh, don't do that."
Who was most upset with you after that night?
Ken Griffey Jr.
Really?
Did he say
yeah,
something?
they told me, like after the show, they were, you know, there's this big party, and they were always like, you know, all through the show, this party's going to be great. And then at the end, I go, "Where's that party?" And they're like, "Nah, I probably should just go back to the hotel."
That's how you learned that you were not invited to Ken Griffey Jr.'s party?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you remember most about that night? Is there one joke that you're particularly proud of, and you tend to be someone who doesn't, you know, you don't do a lot of reveling in the past. You move on. But is there anything in particular that you are proud of there?
Well, Woodson won the Heisman that year.
It's a good joke.
And so I said, you know, they could never take that away from you unless you kill your wife and a waiter.
It's so good, man. It's such a good joke. It really is.
Were people mad at the ESPYs? I find that 8-minute stretch you did as one of the greatest things ever. I mean, the look on people.
They were mad, yeah. But
they
I didn't
were
realize
so uncomfortable.
I didn't realize it at the time because, like, the ESPYs, like, it's in Radio City Music Hall, so 95% of the audience is just New Yorkers. And then right in the front, it's 4 rows or something, are all the athletes.
Yeah, like
right?
Dean Smith is giving you like that tisk, how dare you? Who the hell is this guy?
I know, but me, like an idiot, I never saw that because I didn't have monitors or anything. So I was doing well in the room because it was like the New York audience. You can't really see out. But then when I later saw it on TV, it would just cut to scowling black athletes.
The O.J. Simpson joke at the end.
Ken Griffey Jr. didn't care for it. I remember that.
Really?
Yeah.
Did people come up to you afterwards, like the O.J. stuff, and you know when you were making fun of Tiger Woods? I mean, did people come up afterwards and like confront you or just say anything, or did you?
Well, Ken Griffey was really mad for some reason. I don't really know why. And he was like, yeah, that was really funny, man, really funny, like real sarcastic. And then I said, hey, man, listen, I just want to tell you one thing. I go, there's never going to be a guy, never going to be a player like your dad. That guy was the best. There'll never be anybody close to that guy.
Brutal. What did he say?
He just looked at him. He didn't know what to do because what are you going to do? Go, my dad, you know? I'm way better than him, you know? But you knew that's what was in his head.
What did you say about him in the show?
I didn't say anything. I said it was an OJ joke or something. And it just cut to him like with a crazy look on his face, like, what, huh? What?
Yeah, they didn't like the OJ jokes. Neither did Saturday Night Live. You got in trouble on Saturday Night Live for doing the OJ stuff, too.
It's kind of bizarre because I always thought, like, it's kind of, I don't know. It's hard to believe anybody would believe that he wasn't guilty. But I will say this, though. Like, because every black guy I knew, like, would go, like, I go, you think he's really innocent? And they go, yeah, kind of, you know, but you could tell, like, they, maybe not, but they were just backing him up. So, but then I was like, that's weird. But then I understood it later because when Robert Blake killed his wife, or allegedly did, I loved Beretta.
You're like, oh,
yeah, so I was like, I don't care. I just want him to. I don't really care. I don't know who this lady is. Like, but it'd be cool to have. I don't want Beretta to go to jail. I don't know. So
that's the white man's equivalent of O.J. Simpson is Beretta.
Beretta with the cockatoo and stuff. You can take that to the bank, right?
Wasn't that the greatest movie? Remember when you were a kid watching Beretta and like all the other cop shows,
Like The
were
Equalizer and things like
and then
that.
you see Beretta be like, just Martin Scorsese's TV show. It's all gritty and.
It's a great name for a TV show too.
What?
Beretta.
My God.
It's been a while, and I still like the way you look at me. Cause I keep
Well, we were thinking about you the other day because the ESPYs was on, and one of our favorite things to watch, and every once in a while, like Deadpan or somebody, every time the ESPYs rolls around, they'll put up
they show the whole
which was absolutely brilliant, but apparently not making many friends over at ESPN when you did that.
They won't have me back as an ESPY host.
What did they say to you after it was done?
No, they didn't say anything.
That's not good. Did anyone handle it poorly? Like any of the athletes? Did they? Because you would figure that you go, all right, I'm getting my balls busted a little bit, but this is what this event is all about, and he's a comedian.
Because is there anyone who takes themselves more seriously than athletes?
No, I didn't even stupidly. I didn't even know it was going that bad, and then
it went great.
It was great. It was hysterical.
Yeah, the audience liked it. The New Yorkers,
people liked it.
Yeah.
The only people that didn't like it are those idiots that started the stupid ESPY Awards in the first place.
This is my move. First of all, I'm not good at getting ladies.
You're
adorable.
Thank you. So are you. Thank you, gentlemen. Sean, nice to meet you. Norm, nice to see you.
Let's talk about.
I will say, Kiki does not need tricks because I've never seen as breathtaking a girl in my life, and her smile is so genuine. It's unbelievable.
Why are you doing this to me?
Oh, I know. That's just... I don't like birds that feathers as much as you do.
Where are you headed off to for your dinner break?
My stupid friend. Disappeared. So I don't know. Do you know a place called Borgia or something like that?
Buzio's?
Yeah,
It's a seafood restaurant here. You want me to walk you there?
Is it close?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right.
Well, wait, where?
We'll figure it out. We'll sign off here. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
I may have a dinner date with Norm Macdonald.
Like I try to make it fast. Like if I see a girl drinking at a bar, right? I'll go up behind her. I'll go. I can get us a bottle. And that doesn't work very often. But sometimes
want to
it does.
get right.
Yeah, I want to get right. Then I get the lady. I turn off all the lights in the room so it's pitch black, and then I lay down on top of her for 5-10 minutes. And I don't get a lot of return people.
Go well.
This is my problem. Everything's going well with the lady.
Yes, you've got.
And I have my sex, right? And I get the mood going.
The mood's
I have 4 covers and a big quilt. And then
well, I'm getting hard.
Then I get the mood going. I turn down the lights till it's Stygian black. And then I climb underneath the covers. I lay on top of the lady for 4 or 5 minutes. And she doesn't seem to enjoy it.
No, it sounds like an assault.
I go, listen, basically, I'm not a fancy guy. Fred, you know that.
Really? I always thought of you as a fancy
My
guy.
thing is, like, for a sexual encounter or something, I like to lie on top of a lady. I don't need a lot of fucking shit going on.
One girl to do it.
Yeah.
Are you currently
That's exciting enough for you.
Are you
That's
currently
good,
in a
man.
relationship, or are you playing the field?
Oh my God.
What the fuck? What are you,
Are
retarded?
you really having a relationship? Come on.
Come on, man, seriously. I am going to return to my former sexual lifestyle.
Well, yeah. What's that?
It's trying to find a lady and convincing her to let me lie down on top of her.
That sounds so romantic the way you describe it. I want to lie down on top of you and take a nap. What do you?
What's the fastest you ever met a woman and made love to her? Because you hear stories in entertainment about sometimes women throwing themselves at you.
No, it's never happened to me.
You're going to bullshit me on my podcast?
No, it's never has.
Have you ever made love to a woman?
I don't think women throw themselves at guys. Of my stature, at least. I mean, I've seen women throw themselves at Adam Sandler. That's the only celebrity I've ever seen a woman actually throw themselves.
Yeah, that happens to him because he's cute. You're a little bit they're shifty. Women don't know what to make of you.
No, but girls like me sometimes.
Yeah, well, you're very twinkly and warm and affable, and you've got an innocence about you. People will love that.
It's because funny guys are attractive.
Yeah.
Funny is funny's hot.
You've done a lot of impressions. Funny.
Most
Look
awkward
at him. He's like,
come
really?
on I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, like when I was young, they say they like kids with good senses of humor.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you got this, but I was always funny, but girls would just go, "You're weird." Not funny. They go, "You're weird."
Yeah.
Yeah.
The least funny guys in school.
They would be the funny guys.
They got all the pussy. I mean, the guys that were just like, I don't know, they didn't even have to, they could be from the right side of the tracks, not the wrong side, and they could just be just like a guy with a fucking crew cut, never made a joke.
Sometimes you'd see guys, like I knew this guy, I don't know if have you ever met a guy who's like, you don't even understand it, but it just gets women all the time, and it's like very mysterious.
Yeah.
Like I know this one guy literally got a different woman every night. I'm not even exaggerating. I asked him what his secret was. He said he was a serial rapist.
So for him, it was just
I don't think that counts.
perfect.
No, but when I was on Saturday Night Live, guys would come on, and they were handsome guys.
Yeah.
And they were convinced they were funny, and the publicist would go, "Oh, this is going to be really good for Gabriel's career because he's so funny, And then the fucking guy wouldn't be funny at all. And I came to me that, how they always say, like, women like guys with senses of humor. It turns out they just laugh at handsome guys.
Yeah, exactly. The bar is lowered a lot. Yeah, I mean, when you think about guys that are that got into comedy, it was usually because they weren't good looking. You needed some way to get women to pay attention to you. So you cracked wise. Is that what they say in Canada?
I never did anything for girls. I mean, I've always heard that stuff.
But you're a good-looking guy. I mean, you've always been tall, dark, handsome. You're the classic, lean, pretty eyes.
But my motive in life was never girls. I mean, I hear that like people buy cars to get girls.
Yeah.
And they do jokes or play the guitar or stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I never had that motive. One time I was on a sitcom, right? So they say, in this episode, you go out with an older lady. Is there any older ladies you'd like to go out with? So when I was a kid, there was this movie MASH, and Sally Kellerman came out of a shower naked, and was every child's fantasy. So I immediately said Sally Kellerman, forgetting that now she was 75.
Right.
So she shows up on the set, and I have to kiss her, and so I overdo it. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm like, kind of. So instead of just kissing her a little, I'm like, ah, and.
All right, let's have sexual relations.
Do you ever have to kiss an old lady, like passionately?
It's
just teeth.
It's yes.
They have no collagen in their lips anymore.
Well, but she had her teeth. You say
she had her teeth. Hey.
You don't know whose teeth they were.
Well, they were hers. She bought them at least.
Yeah, she owned them.
But she.
I haven't.
Stubble like Adam Egan.
Hey, what? Like kissing Adam Egan.
No, she was a beautiful lady, and she was a. And then Sandler, every time he has me in a movie, he gets me to kiss like an old bag. Not an old bag, I shouldn't say that, but
hag.
Like one time the lunch lady, and everybody else was kissing nice ladies, and then I was kissing this old lunch lady. So again, I tried to overdo it to make the lunch lady feel nice about herself.
Well, that's kind of you.
That was kind of nice. That was nice. But now, what if she's watching?
I can guarantee you she's not watching.
Well, if she gets USA Today, she is. Thank you very much for being
That was
here.
fun.
Can I kiss you?
Of course.
Oh,
Oh.
so sweet. Oh.
Sweet. I'm glad I had a cert.
Everybody asked me on this show, when are you going to get a woman? I said, I'm not going to get a woman before I get Roseanne. I'll fucking tell you that.
The Brazilian teenager suing Michael Jackson for running him over with his van displayed his scars for a photographer this week. Jackson said through a spokesman that the suit was baseless, but he'd like to see more photos. Well, there may be trouble in paradise. Lisa Marie Presley confirmed this week that she and Michael Jackson live in separate residences 50 miles away from each other. Lisa Marie was quoted as saying, "I guess being married to a homosexual pedophile wasn't such a great idea after all." Hey, Lisa Marie Presley said that she and Michael are still together and happy this week. She also made a revelation that she is actually a 9-year-old boy. While in the hospital, Michael Jackson had his room specially decorated with 2 huge photos of Shirley Temple. But don't get the wrong idea here. Michael Jackson is a homosexual pedophile. The nation is still reeling from Thursday's bombshell announcement that Lisa Marie Presley has filed for divorce from Michael Jackson. According to friends, the two were never a good match. She's more of a stay-at-home type, and he's more of a homosexual pedophile. This week, in a secret ceremony in Australia, Michael Jackson was married for the 2nd time. Asked what makes his new bride special, the King of Pop said, quote, "She has taught me about the power of imagination, like imagining that a grown woman is a 10-year-old boy." You know he's a homosexual pedophile, right? You understand? And yes, it is true, Michael Jackson is going to be a father. Already he has hired an entire staff of nannies, nurses, and extra bodyguards, which hopefully will protect the child from Michael Jackson. The New York Post has reported that Michael Jackson wants his closest friend in the world, Elizabeth Taylor, to be the godmother of his child. However, those close to the pair worry that this could eventually lead to heated arguments over whether the child will be molested or eaten. And according to his dad, the 3-day-old boy is a regular chip off the old block. In fact, he's already molested a 1-day-old boy. This week, a London tabloid published the first exclusive pictures of Michael Jackson's baby, secretly taken by a guest at the King of Pop's Neverland Ranch. Upon seeing the pictures, Michael said, "This is not my baby." Then quickly added, "I'm not saying he isn't hot. He's hot. It's just not my kid." "I'm not saying he's a very sexy infant. It's just not mine. I would love to have sex with him. He's just not my child," is all I'm saying. In next week's Life magazine, pop star Michael Jackson appears in a pictorial with his infant son. The photos show Jackson changing, feeding, and cradling the baby boy in what Jackson himself promises will be Life magazine's sexiest issue ever.
Michael Jackson. He said, I heard a quote where he said, "I don't care if my child is a boy or a girl, as long as it's a boy." He's going to name it. He said he doesn't know what he's going to name it. He said he thinks if it's a girl, he's going to name it Sharon. Really? Yeah. And if it's a boy, he's going to have sex with it. That's what he said.
Yeah. I mean, even like you say, your unwanted WNT allegations against Michael Jackson. There had to be kids that were like, well, "This is pretty cool."
Yeah.
This is not some old priest. And I was doing a bunch of jokes about Michael Jackson. And he said, Norm, you don't want to get sued by Michael Jackson. And secretly I did. I didn't tell Lauren. But I thought, how fucking cool would that be? I'm in court and there's Michael Jackson on the other side. It's Michael Jackson against Norm. That has to help my profile.
Mike Wallace was a great friend.
I lived down the hall from a woman who had Alzheimer's. And her son just stopped visiting her. And she took the notion that I was her son. This was when I was a young man. She took this notion that I was her son. And she had a bleak apartment. No, it was empty, usually. And so what I started doing, I would get pictures from the store, you know. They came in the picture would come in the frame. And I would put the picture down. And then that would spark something. That woman, that must be my son. You see what I mean? And I would just put things all over. And I put a ring one time on her finger.
Now,
So
was
she
this
thought-
supposed
she
to
thought
help
would
her,
be-
or you were just playing with her? You were just
Both.
screwing with her?
Both.
Okay.
Both. It was to help her and to entertain myself. And in a way, when you think about it, isn't that what we all do in life?
It's a lovely upbeat message to end on. You know, if you need kicks, find a person with Alzheimer's and fuck with them. For her amusement and yours. It's a lovely message to go out on.
Yeah, we can't go out on that.
I mean, I think so.
Why?
Mike was a grand guy. I said, he had dementia at the end. And that's funny to you. You know, McDonald, I want to tell you.
No, it's a very odd thing to
I know
say.
if you're looking to broaden your horizons, I don't think it's wise to laugh
No, because
at
you
someone
just
who
said-
had dementia.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing that you said.
He was
you
the best.
just said.
I loved him.
Mike
It was
Wallace was a
sad.
great guy. He had
He was-
dementia at the end.
It was sad that he had.
You didn't
Why
say
is
it
that
was sad.
funny?
You said it as if that's what made him a great guy, was his raging dementia.
You're not hearing things well.
So how
You're not
did you-
hearing things
so
well.
how did
I
you-
made a face like it was sad, not that he was great because of dementia. You get older, you start to get a little short term. But I remember things from 10 years ago like that.
Yeah.
Don't you could remember things from childhood?
Yes.
I remember the street, walking down the street, remember my friends. You have terrible?
Yeah, terrible.
I had good memory.
He can remember like when he was a kid, but he can't remember murdering that prostitute last night.
You can go to jail for that. It's a whole new law.
I've been told.
How old was she?
I don't remember.
I see OJ's in the news again this week. What about Norm's series of OJ jokes? Oh, yeah.
Now in this cancel culture and everything, I have to say, I no longer take that position with O.J. Simpson. He was found not guilty by a jury of his peers. I accept that. I see him as the greatest rusher in the. That's all he's guilty of to me, is the greatest rusher in the history of the NFL.
Yep.
Maybe I was the greatest rusher to judgment.
All that for that?
I've rethought O.J. Simpson, and I think now the only thing he's guilty of is being the best running back that ever lived.
Seriously?
Yes.
The best running.
And also, here's the problem with O.J. is that he went to prison for stealing his own sports memorabilia, and he got 35 consecutive life sentences, which is not good. And then that puts him very low on the pecking order. If you know anything about the pecking order in prison. And so he's in there, he's like, hey, I killed my wife, I killed a guy and a waiter and my wife. And they're like, nah, we still have the trial.
Yeah, he's doing hard time now for sure.
Yeah. And a guy who's guilty of double homicide, very high on the pecking order. The guy that stole his own jersey is very low.
So did you hear about Aaron Hernandez today? Got indicted for 2 more murders.
For 2 more murders?
Yeah, bringing the count to 3.
Good Lord, that's just murdering for murder's sake at that point.
Who do you think is worse, him or O.J. Simpson?
Well, O.J. Simpson, I think, all he did was steal sports memorabilia. Now, Aaron Hernandez, who's worse? Well, I think the worst guy of all is Oscar Pistorius.
A video of him. Do we have that video? They can show it. He's on Twitter now.
Lamar Jackson, you're incredible. I mean, you got 4 games ago, you already got 1,000 yards. But 49ers, you have got nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, OJ!
What? Was he taking a break from looking for the real killer? He's taking five?
I'll tell you, man. First of all, he just got into the All-Defensive Hall of Fame. I don't know if you...
Oh, the top 100.
Oh, offense.
Top 10.
Oh, good for him.
And, he's fantastic. He's paid his debt to society, and I think he's a hell of a guy.
Oh, I didn't know you knew his new PR guy.
There's Norm. If you tell him to do an OJ joke, he won't do that either.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned before, Norm eventually got fired, and the rumors were that it was too many OJ jokes and that sort of thing, which is ironic because you told me
that wasn't really a rumor. I mean, that was that's why.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people don't realize that Norm could have stayed if he had agreed to let them fire Jim Downey. Jim is one of the best writers in the history of the show. He had been head writer for many years, but he could have stayed if he had agreed to fire Downey. And people ask me, well, why didn't, and he never, and I'll tell you another thing. You talk about, Norm, from what I know, I don't know anybody. I mean, I was in touch with Norm, but I hadn't seen him in a while when he, when I heard he passed away. I certainly didn't know he was sick. I'm sure his producing partner and, really like a best friend, his Lori Jo, I would assume she knew. I don't know if he told his family. Norm never told Jim directly that he could have stayed at SNL if he fired him, but wow. Jim heard it from other people, not just me. It wasn't even a thought that he was like, oh, they said I could keep doing it without Downey, but I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a discussion. I don't know if that answered. I don't even remember the question.
No, we were talking about OJ, and actually it reminded me.
OJ. Oh yes, look, it was Don Ohlmeyer's friend, and we just kept
hammering him, right? What about you told me that
I'm in New Canaan visiting my little son, and the first thing I see is the sound was off on the TV, and he's sitting in his high chair, and he was like 2 years old, I guess, and so he looks up at the thing, and there's Chris Farley. But with the sound off, he didn't know exactly what it was. He starts laughing hysterically just at the sight of Chris Farley. And then the phone rings, and it's Mike Shoemaker from the show, who's a producer at the show. And he says, a couple things. Chris Farley's dead, and you and Norm were fired.
Wow.
And so apparently, and later, and guess what? It was like 3 years later, Norm told me, and he had never said this to me, because if our positions were reversed, I would have said it right away. He said, they told me like it wasn't, that they were only firing you, that I was welcome to stay. And I said, I won't do it without Downey. And so they said, okay, motherfucker, be our guest. So that's how Norm came to be fired. He went out of solidarity with me. So
well, I think it's probably smart because you made it. You guys together were really good. It probably would have.
He would have been.
He's
fine
great,
without
but
me,
you're great, right?
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer.
Our top story tonight comes from the O.J. Simpson civil trial, where this week it was revealed that in his first interview with police, Simpson had refused to take a lie detector test. His reason? It detects lies. This week at the O.J.
Here, Adam, do a joke.
All right. A good name for a dog is Syndrome. That then when he tries to attack someone, you can yell "Down, Syndrome."
Don't laugh.
It's not.
I apologize.
I mean, it's yeah.
That's like
it was a little insensitive, I guess.
Some of the 200 Nigerian schoolgirls kidnapped by extremists in Nigeria have been forced to marry their kidnappers. And worse than that, they've been forced to laugh at their husbands' stories, even after hearing them for the umpteenth time.
You know something.
Yeah, I know.
It's
but
very
we don't have
hard to make a joke about those girls who are kidnapped.
know.
When I hear about those things, that is one of the
terrible.
worst. You know,
And yet you got a big laugh out of yours.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got it.
Now, as an old-timey broadcaster, do you have other old-timey broadcaster friends?
Well, they did. You know,
Who would they be like? Tom Snyder, was he a old radio
I knew
guy?
Tom well. Sure. Arthur Godfrey was one of my heroes.
Godfrey.
Red Barber, the Dodger announcer. Yeah. I lived for radio and then television, and Mike Wallace was a great friend. I love Mike. He did me on 60 Minutes, and it was really great. They were very laudatory. And he said to me, "We were so good to you, I'm going to kill the next 3 guys we do." Mike was a grand guy. I said, he had dementia at the end. That's funny to you. You know, McDonald, I want to tell you.
No, it's a very odd thing to say.
If you're looking to broaden your horizons, I don't think it's wise to laugh
No, because
at
you
someone
just
who
said-
had dementia.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing that you said.
He was
you
the best.
just said.
I loved him.
Mike
It was
Wallace was a
sad.
great guy. He had
It was-
dementia at the end. It has heavy-duty grilling grates. Why are you laughing? You think the grilling grates are flimsy?
No.
No, they're heavy-duty grilling grates. They deliver exactly what you need to achieve when you need to achieve that perfect steakhouse flavor. Why are you laughing? You're making a mockery out of the man grate.
I'm pretending I know who Albert Gray is. I didn't.
No, Albert Fish.
Oh.
You're a New Yorker. So anyways, he was a child rapist and cannibal, as I explained.
When he says child
Jesus
rapist, you try not to
Christ.
laugh when he looks at you.
Oh,
There's
come
something
on, man. It's not funny.
I know it's not, but I know you want people to laugh.
Fish chose his victims. He only chose victims who were either mentally handicapped. Now, don't laugh at this next part, please.
But you know he wants you to, right?
No. If you laugh at this next part.
Okay. And I'm not gonna
Fish
drink
chose
water.
victims who were either mentally handicapped or African American. Oh, come on. Why would you think that's funny? God damn, Fred. Jesus Christ, that was the worst part of the story. But why do you think he did that? What would be the explanation? Why would he only attack? Why would his victims that he chose only be either mentally handicapped or African Americans?
Because people don't, in those days, didn't care when those people were vanished.
You're thinking like Albert Fish now.
And prostitutes. That's why they. That's
right.
Prostitutes.
Exactly. Nobody really cares about prostitutes. But you're exactly right. That's why Albert Fish killed only mentally handicapped and African Americans.
What about? Okay.
I thought you'd laugh at African Americans again, that they were.
No, because I know him. I know he'll do something. That's outrageous. How
Well, it's
dare
kind of
you.
outrageous.
When you touch my body, I know you are something, and I can't ignore it. My friends tell me if I wanna go to the bingo, what do my days like?
Hey, for the 9th consecutive year, Nick, JetBlue Airlines ranked first for satisfaction among all North American airlines. But you know what ranked least in satisfaction? 9/11 Airlines. What a terrible name for an airline. It reminds me of that tragedy. Oh, 9/11. Yeah, don't laugh at 9/11
What?
again. 9/11. I tried to tell him not
Way
to
to go,
laugh.
Adam.
I know. I walked through blood and bones in the streets of Manhattan trying to find my brother.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was in northern Canada. Do you want to hear my impression of the
That's going to be you if you don't lose weight.
You want to hear my impression of the 9/11 call from Johnny
The
Carson?
911 call.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But 9/11 was a national tragedy.
Yes, it was.
Why do you laugh at that?
You said it.
Johnny Carson died at 80 years old.
Okay, Johnny Carson died at 80 years old. Would you like to hear my impression? Were you in New York when the Twin Towers fell?
No, I was in Los Angeles.
Well, either way, it was a national tragedy. It was.
Yeah, I know.
9/11. We're going to go to hell.
This week, a New Jersey woman, Rita Glusman, was charged with hacking her husband to death with an axe, cutting the body into pieces, and having a cousin dump them in a river. According to police, Glusman learned how to do this by watching the program Martha Stewart Living. This week, CBS aired the Martha Stewart Christmas special, in which she demonstrated that with an old soup can, some used tea bags, some string, and some sparkles, you can make a useless piece of crap. Martha Stewart is here, and she wanted me to tell you, don't let the busboys clear your table off tonight, because a little later Martha will come up here, and she's going to show us how to take those old discarded fish bones and make a beautiful birdhouse. So... That's nice.
Have a joke? Tell them a joke.
Well, because it's a 50-50 chance it's not going to go well.
No, it's a 50-50 chance that
It's not going to look like a penis.
Yeah.
It's going to look like a Star Wars thing.
Yeah.
I guess you're right.
Read a joke.
All right,
we haven't read one joke.
Before we begin, I have a quick public service announcement. Would anybody, please f Martha Stewart?
Oh, I got that one.
What?
I don't understand that.
What?
That's weird, right?
Too soon.
It's meta.
Just a little day. Coming down the stairs, just a little space to find my
Well, the holidays are just around the corner, and here with tips on how to make this Christmas truly special is nationally known authority on style, Martha Stewart. Martha?
Thank you. I think for each of us, childhood memories of Christmas are something unique and personal. My own memories center around the big Victorian home where I grew up. Early each Christmas morning, the other children and I would awake to the unmistakable smells of baked cinnamon apples, mulled cider, and minced pudding wafting from the kitchen. In an instant, we children would come bounding down the great staircase, our arms and legs all akimbo.
Akimbo?
Yes, akimbo. And our childish eyes as big as saucers, eager to spy what good things Kris Kringle had brought.
Hold on a second there, Martha. Kris Kringle?
Yes, Norm, you know, Père Noël, Father Christmas, good Saint Nick.
You mean Santa Claus?
Oh, you called him Santa Claus. Anyway, it being Christmas, Mater and Pater had dismissed the staff.
Wait a minute. Mater and Pater?
Yes, it's our parents, that's what we called them.
Where did you grow up?
Norm, that doesn't matter. You see, Christmas is the same throughout the world.
No, I'm just curious. Where?
New Jersey. Anyway, there we children stood, staring in awe at what we were sure was the largest Christmas tree ever, festooned with candy canes, lemon sticks, and rosebuds on a string. And there, hanging in the mantel of the enormous fireplace, were all the children's stockings, filled to overflowing with walnuts, pecans, candied plums, dried figs, and spiced oranges.
Now, we're in New Jersey.
Nutley, New Jersey.
Oh, yeah, I know Nutley. Yeah, that's off Exit 7, Route 3, off the Jersey Turnpike.
Yes. And then it always seemed just as we were about to open our gifts, the neighbors would come by wassailing. Here we come a-wassailing, they'd shout. Good wassail to you, we'd reply.
Wassailing? Never mind, go on.
No, Norm, I think I'd better stop right here. You seem to think I'm making this up.
All right, suit yourself. But hey, if you run into any of my friends from Jersey wassailing, you give them my best, huh?
I'll do that, Norm.
All right, Martha Stewart there, everybody.
He had I think, best word choice of maybe any comedian I've ever seen. He intentionally mispronounces words when he knows, but he's constantly screwing with you on every level.
Right.
But his word choice is, he was like Mark Twain. He had this folksy, completely out of time.
Model Carrie Otis made news this week when she stated that she didn't want Mickey Rourke showing up at her work. Hey, join the club, lady. You think any of us want Mickey Rourke showing up at our work? According to a poll taken last week, if the presidential elections were held tomorrow, the guy in the funny mask would win. Maybe if I said the word properly. A Cambridge, Massachusetts juror found City Councilman William Walsh not guilty of malicious destruction of property after he removed 2 dildos from a sculpture in the City Hall annex. Walsh's defense was that he was walking by, saw them, and said to himself, "Hey, free dildos." Look at there. 18-year-old Julie Wozchak will be going to Paris after winning an essay contest sponsored by the Dayton Daily News. She won for her essay, which was entitled, "Why I Want to Go to Paris with Some Old Guy from the Daily Dayton News." Dayton Daily News. Like that would have helped. Okay. Last week, basketball legend, Magic Johnson. Last week, basketball legend Magic Johnson rejoined the Los Angeles Lakers 4 years after learning he was HIV positive. NBA doctors have assured the league's players that they have absolutely nothing to worry about, as long as when they are guarding Magic, they remember not to have sex with him. A new development in the O.J. Simpson civil trial this week. According to sworn testimony, Nicole Brown Simpson had told her therapist that she was afraid of getting beaten by O.J. Simpson. Asked why he didn't report this earlier, the therapist said, "I was afraid of getting beaten by O.J. Simpson." I said getting beaten, and that may have hurt a little. A French government survey finds that Disneyland Paris is the most popular tourist attraction in the country. And the most popular ride? Women who don't shave their armpits of the Caribbean. There's two ways to pronounce that, and I got neither. Over the next 2 months, over the next, what are they? Over the next 2 months, the number of Border Patrol agents in Tucson, Arizona will double to 49. Meanwhile, the number of illegal aliens sneaking into the country will hold steady at 100 million billion. And finally, sources report that Michael Jackson's baby is due February 27th, and it's going to be named Michael Jackson Jr. Michael plans to be with the mother during the delivery. In his words, to make up for not being there for the Sources report that Michael Jackson's baby is due February 27th. It's conception. The last word was conception, so. Just hours after, works both ways. Just hours after President Clinton again pledged to clean up the Democratic Party's fundraising operation, the White House announced he will attend a $1 million fundraiser next week. However, spokesman Mike McCurry stressed that at this event, quote, "Donations from Indonesia or other foreign countries will not be accepted unless they are left in a brown paper bag under the sink in the men's room." Unquote. Weekend Update's 1997 survey of the most dangerous jobs in America is out today. The biggest change, last year's #1 West Coast rap star. You know, it'd probably be better if I was over on this camera. Okay, well, now that I'm over on this camera, it'd probably be better if you put the cards over here. The 1997 Most Dangerous Jobs in America is out. And this year, a little bit of a change. Last year's #1 West Coast rap star has been knocked out of the top spot by the new Most Dangerous Job in America, East Coast rap star. Imagine if it had all gone well. Last week in Kansas City, two people. Oh, drats. Two homeless people who met at a soup kitchen were married in front of homeless guests at the very same soup kitchen. For those who want to give the couple a wedding gift, they are registered at Kansas City's District 5 recycling pen. Last weekend in Washington, a new museum dedicated to broadcast Bah! The fuck was that? Last weekend in Washington, a new museum. My farewell performance. Last weekend, with the resignation of 2 police officers in Vergennes, Vermont, the city's 2,500 residents are now left with only 1 policeman. Note to self, if I get fired for cursing on the air last week, drive up to Vergennes, Vermont, hypnotize the remaining policeman, and loot town. Yeah, that's it.
I feel that connection when you touch my body. I know you are something, and I can't ignore it. My friends tell me if I wanna go to them, what day is like.
Biggest show right now in the planet is Kate and Ashley plus what? Kate, John and Kate.
Spit all over me. That's all right.
John and Kate plus 8.
You did it. You did it. Yeah.
John and Kate plus 8. There's a show called Rock of Love.
Yes, Bret Michaels, Rock of Love.
Yes,
yeah.
Bret Michaels, and he had a band called Rock of Love, and he was a big
he had a band,
band singer.
He had a band called Poison.
Whatever. Yeah. And but Poison. Yeah. But their hit song was Rock of Love. So, anyways, the idea is that he gets these ladies.
He says he may pardon the McDougalls if they're, if they go to jail, he may pardon them. And then they asked him, they said, what about Hillary if she, if she is, because she's also a co-conspirator in this
if she
thing.
gets sent away.
If she gets sent away, will he pardon her? And Clinton said, you do the crime, you do the time, he said.
That'd be great. Next time you're on the show, just...
On our show, studies show that people don't watch the show, period. Space Jam. You know about this movie?
Yeah. Sure, it's Space Jam.
Everybody would know it.
You know,
I know about it.
Space Jam is,
it opened to #1, $30 million, and I saw the movie, it's pretty good. Michael Jackson's actually a very good actor, Yeah. He's no Shaquille O'Neal, but he's a good, I don't know, this isn't going well.
Michael Jordan.
What did I say?
Michael Jackson.
Oh, that's why. No, but Michael Jordan is in this movie, right?
He is in the movie, yeah.
And he made $30 million for it, and apparently he did the movie because apparently there was some money in the world he didn't have, so he had to. Did I say Michael Jordan?
You said Michael Jordan that time. Yeah, you did good that time. Okay, that's any other topicals you want to zing out there before we move along?
No, it's not going very well.
Are you going to do another special?
Yeah, I'm going to do another kind of a different type of special.
What do you mean?
But, well, I haven't quite figured it out yet, but when I do, you'll be the first to know.
Good.
If Norm was going to build his super team of like a comedy tour, who would it be? Who would you have on that tour with you?
I picked Brian Regan.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there'd be 3, so it'd be Brian Regan, me, and Chris Bosch.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. No, he's more of just his face.
Yeah, he looks like a Simpson. Right?
Looks like a velociraptor.
Yeah, he does.
A raptor.
He does.
You know what was funny is the other night I was watching when you had Bob Saget on your show, and I videotaped it with my phone.
He sent it to all of us.
Yeah, I sent it to all my friends about the part where you guys were doing the joke thing, and you see, whenever you start talking about black weed, Saget gets so uncomfortable. Hilarious.
Saget is funny. If you hang out with Saget, he's so famous because he had those 2 shows that were so gigantic, you know?
Yeah.
So anyways, everyone recognizes him everywhere he goes.
Everywhere.
All they ever say is, you're Bob Saget. And then he goes, thank you.
Would you have taken those gigs, Norm?
Oh, no, I would not, no. I've done stupid non-accepting things before. Like one time I didn't accept this thing, because I don't know how anything works, and then it was a cartoon, and then it became a really popular cartoon, and then later my manager said, oh, you would have made huge money off that. I'm like, oh, you should have told me. I thought a cartoon was just made no money, you know. But
Norm Macdonald's the greatest, dude. Thanks for coming on again. You're always awesome.
Thanks, man. Peace.
All right, take care.
New songs on the radio sounding fake. Prince and Genesis, but better anyway. Anyway, am I just being too real, or is my mind going crazy out here, or am I losing control of my mind? I can't shut it down, can't shut it down. Is it just me who feels this way? Is there somebody else who's not okay? Could you tell me, is it me?
Hi, I'm Norm Macdonald, and now the fake news. Our top story tonight. In an emotional press conference this week, Bob Dole announced that he was resigning from the U.S. Senate, where he had served for nearly 3 decades. Dole said he regretted leaving the Senate, but needed to focus all his energies on a goal many had once thought impossible: getting Bill Clinton reelected. Following his poor finish in the Iowa caucuses, Texas Senator Phil Gramm is withdrawn from the presidential race and will soon announce his full backing and support for first-place finisher Bob Dole. In response, Dole said, "I am screwed." Six of one, half dozen of another. During an interview 2 weeks ago, Bob Dole said to a reporter, quote, "Whoever wins in New Hampshire will probably be the Republican nominee." When approached by the reporter for a quote following his stunning loss Tuesday, Dole locked himself in his campaign bus and pretended to be asleep. Speaking in Florida earlier this week, Bob Dole launched his harshest attack yet on President Clinton, accusing him of a, quote, naked failure of leadership and moral confusion in the fight against drugs. In response, President Clinton said, "Everything you say is true, but hey, guess what? I'm still going to win." In less than 24 hours, the first presidential debate of the campaign will be underway. And today, both candidates were at Hartford's Bushnell Auditorium for some last-minute fine-tuning. President Clinton is still deciding which themes to emphasize in his opening remarks, while Bob Dole is deciding whether to pull the fire alarm or phone in a bomb threat. According to a new CNN poll, Republican candidate Bob Dole now trails President Clinton by 15 points. A Dole campaign spokesman says that despite these numbers, it is still possible for them to reach their ultimate goal, to lose by 7 points. Meanwhile, Bob Dole brought his struggling presidential campaign to New Jersey, vowing, in his words, to prove Yogi Berra was right when he said, "It ain't over till it's over." Reached for comment, Yogi Berra said, "It's over." This week, presidential candidate Bob Dole sent his top campaign aide to Dallas in an effort to convince Ross Perot to drop out of the race and endorse the Dole ticket. Emerging from the 2-hour meeting with Perot, the aide announced, "I'm voting for Ross Perot." At a campaign stop in Florida Thursday, a frustrated Bob Dole told a reporter, quote, "Something's wrong with America. I wonder sometimes what people are thinking about, if people are thinking at all." At which point the reporter said, Can you repeat that? I was thinking about how I'm voting for Bill Clinton, and I missed that last part. Yesterday, in a dramatic finish to his White House bid, Bob Dole began a 96-hour, 15-state, non-stop campaign tour that will take him right through to Election Day. Political experts are calling the grueling marathon a, quote, last-ditch effort, while medical experts are calling it, quote, a suicide attempt. In an interview this week, Bob Dole said he is strong enough to handle the pain of losing the presidential election, although he did admit that the shock of winning would give him a giant heart attack. At a rally in California this week, Dole urged voters to ignore polls which have him trailing President Clinton by double digits. In addition, Dole asked them to ignore newspaper headlines next Wednesday that say, Dole loses in landslide. Embattled House Speaker Newt Gingrich may finally have solved his financial troubles. On Thursday, Gingrich announced that former Senator Bob Dole has loaned him the $300,000 needed to pay his ethics committee fine. And today, more good news for Gingrich. Dole has already forgotten he loaned him the money. This week, after 50 hours of failed budget talks with Bill Clinton, a frustrated Bob Dole said, quote, we ought to have a new president, and added, and he should be a really, really old guy.
Yeah, I know, Art. You've had your fun now, Norm. You're out of work.
Well, I thought I'd just do a joke about you. I had a little
what
joke.
you've been doing, those, I've been missing a lot of them, but your fun's over, the election's over. Unless there's a recount, you're out of work.
Oh, no. Okay, well, I guess that's it. Maybe we can go have a beer or something. How'd that be?
You're all right with me.
All right. Bob Dole, everybody. Good night, folks. Hi, I'm Bob Dole. And pipe down, you damn hoodlums. Well, it's great to be here at Woodstock. As you know, Bob Dole is reaching out to the youth of America, and sitting here in the audience, I've had the privilege of meeting quite a few of you young people, and I learned something very important about the youth of America. I don't like you. A lot of you can go to hell. Well, regardless, I'm here to talk about the MTV Viewer's Choice Award. Pick up the phone and cast your vote for the best video. Remember, vote for Bob Dole in November. Bob Dole's the candidate who gives you free cigarettes. That's right, free cigarettes. There you go. There, smoke them if you got them, you damn dirty hippies. There, free cigarettes. Dole in 96. Peace out.
These broken pieces I hold in my hands don't have a chance to mend at all. Before they get thrown into chaos again, I try to pretend I'm whole enough to stand in this world so unsteady, to witness the heartache of many. But how long until we...
There's no chance of you running for president again?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, really? Because, you know, it'd be good for me. Kind of help you keep you on the front pages, you know?
Now, believe me, Norm, running for president doesn't always keep you in the front pages unless you, of course, take a dive off a podium.
Yeah, that did get a lot of coverage, didn't it?
Yeah, and thanks for noticing here on Saturday Night Live. I appreciate it.
I don't write a lot of this stuff.
How do you?
The greatest offense of all. I didn't write it. Was it fun working with him? Was it exciting?
Oh yeah, because he's my hero. He's been my hero for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know, to meet your hero. Do you have a hero?
Norman Fell from Three's Company.
That's your hero?
Yeah. Mr. Roper. Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Roper?
Yeah.
That's not a good hero.
That's all I got.
Better than this guy's hero is some gay porn actor. But anyway.
What are you talking about? What?
I don't know.
Insane.
No.
What are you saying?
Let me tell you something about gay porn.
What?
Seriously.
It's fine.
That was a long one. Okay. No, I'll tell you something about gay porn. Seriously.
Okay.
That doesn't mean a guy's gay. I'm not saying that. Because a guy watches gay porn all the time.
Just cut to a single. Just of Norm.
No,
really?
gay porn. I enjoy gay porn. I'm not gay. Gay porn is a genre that just cuts across all demographics. You know? Young people, old people, straight people, the gay people enjoy it. Everybody likes gay porn. But this guy really likes it. No, I don't know. I'm sorry.
I heard patriotic music playing behind that speech.
No, that's not what I meant to say. I meant to talk about Bob Dole. This guy's my hero.
First ruined my reputation, you know.
I'll
Just
tell you
in
something.
passing.
This guy is not gay. If anybody's not gay, it's this guy.
Oh, I'm so...
Seriously.
I am so totally straight. Oh, yeah.
No, you are.
I love the ladies.
No, he does. No, he likes girls. He likes girls.
Does this happen every time you try and talk about Bob Dole? You start talking about gay porn.
I don't know what that was. But listen, the Bob Dole, I love this guy. He's my hero. He's always been my hero for like the last 18 years since I was very young. And I always liked Bob Dole. And so it was an honor to. Now it sounds weird because I was talking about gay porn. But
I'm questioning your ability to continue here.
Yeah.
After but go ahead.
You know what he did? He gave me his Purple Heart. He has 2 Purple Hearts, you know. And so when we were doing it, he put a Purple Heart on my lapel because he had one on his lapel.
Oh,
so it was very moving,
that's
you know,
cool.
to have Bob Dole.
Were you going to say Michael Jackson again?
That Bob. Why do you have to point everything out? Nobody heard.
I ain't heard you. You heard me, right?
They're gonna
like you're just having a conversation and they're all like doing tax work. Or something. Well, they're sort of paying attention. You know? There's a third of the audience that is doing other stuff, but for us,
he gave me a Purple Heart.
You're going to try and continue this joke? All right.
It's not a joke. It was a very moving thing. It was one of the most moving things that ever happened to me.
I'm sorry.
I got a Purple Heart, and I was standing there with Bob Dole beside me in this Purple Heart, and, you know, it was just a very moving thing because, you know, I don't know. You don't have, you know.
That's cool. I would think that would be a moving thing.
Yeah, it was very moving because you think of how he got the Purple Heart, you know, and you know, he took it.
He's being serious now.
I'm being serious. It was a very moving thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's cool. All right.
I'm not very good with the stories about the moving things.
I know, like, for notes, there are people that's what they do for a living. They give notes, you know, for people at home, you know, they give notes for the studio people. Give notes. The network people give notes.
They're required to.
They're required
That's why a lot of them don't make sense.
That's their job. And when you think about it, what's a note? It's always going to be negative. Like, you know, if you just go, I liked everything, you know, then you're an idiot, apparently, even though why wouldn't that be the case sometimes? So when Seinfeld came around, Seinfeld came under the aegis of Rick Ludwin and Late Night because they had him signed to a holding deal in case he replaced Johnny Carson. So Seinfeld's sort of a guy that thinks he should earn his money, you know, and has that Protestant work ethic. And he's like, well, I'm being paid $1 million. I'll make a show, you know. And everybody, you know, in the world, I remember, had always thought, what about a show about being a comic? You know what I mean? That was what everybody wanted to do. And then when you thought about it, you're like, no, that's not a good idea at all. So he did that with Larry David as a summer show in the summer, called the Seinfeld Chronicles. And it didn't do well. And then it became a hit. And then Larry David, and both of them, but especially Larry David, is very hard-headed and was willing to walk, you know. Jerry Seinfeld was willing to walk because he was making so much money as a stand-up comedian. You know? He was probably the biggest comedian at the time. So they wouldn't take notes, especially when the show became a hit. So, you know, I'd hear stories from the writers about how, you know, after the dress or whatever, they'd be in Larry's office, and Larry would be putting, you know, a little putting thing, and Jerry would be sitting on the couch, and then the guy would give a note, like, you know, I was thinking if Elaine, you know, didn't act so surprised at that moment in the third act, and then Larry go, I don't know. I kind of liked it. What about you, Jerry? He goes, I liked it. And the guy goes, oh. And then I had a show at the same time. And I was like, I pitched them on. I go, well, they do that on the Larry's show. On Seinfeld. And they go, well, that's Seinfeld. Like some different thing, you know. And I thought, well, now after Seinfeld was such a success, well, now they'll go to that paradigm.
Right.
You know, a great comedian, and then a guy he chooses, and then two guys write the show. Which was also the interesting thing about Seinfeld, is they had a room full of writers, none of which wrote the show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the idea was you would go to Jerry or Larry and tell them a story from your life. That was
Right, but it had to be a real story.
real story.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a brilliant idea. And then they would write it, you know. And I remember Spike Ferrestein telling me that he wrote the Soup Nazi episode. Mm-hmm. And the entire story he told them was that there was a guy in New York that was a soup Nazi, and you know, that was it. You know, that he was a real mean guy. And so he told me, like, years later, he goes, does it ever bother you, like, I won an Emmy for that Soup Nazi episode, even though you wrote the entire thing? And he said, Larry said, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He hadn't forgot it.
I know it's time to close my eyes to old ends, open up to new friends, leave my heart in Berlin, where the tables turning, seeking.
Do you ever look at the fluke that there's, or do you think that doesn't exist as much? Do you think it's hard work more?
If you really want to be funny and you don't really care what the consequences are, but you want to do this thing that you think is funny,
Mm-hmm.
and you have a good sense of that, that's what makes or breaks it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Larry and I together had a very solid idea of what we would not do. Right. But to answer your question, was it a fluke? Yeah, there's always luck.
Yes.
But when you don't care if the people are attractive, you know, if you and I sit in a room and they say, we're going to send in 5 people to play this part, how hard is it for you and I to go, well, that's the funny guy right there.
Right.
How hard is that?
That's very simple.
It's very simple, but because we're comics.
Visitors to New York's Times Square this winter are in for a bit of a surprise. Crazy people will be shooting at them. Well, New Yorkers were asked in a recent survey what they thought of the new slicked-back hairdo Princess Di displayed on a recent trip to the city. 38% of New Yorkers approved, 45% disapproved, and 17% said, "You stopped me for this? Now I'm going to shoot you." Well, crime is down nearly 20% in New York City, with only 384 murders so far this year. Only 384? You know, if you ask me, that's still 307 too many. That's right. Finally in the news, what is America's most honest city? To find out, a team of sociologists left 10 wallets filled with cash on the street in various urban centers. In Atlanta, 7 of the wallets were returned. In Seattle, 9 of the wallets were returned. But not surprisingly, in New York City, only 1 of the wallets was returned. Empty and shoved up some dead guy's ass. Well, after a 15-year absence, the New York Yankees are back in the World Series. And some New Yorkers have come up with a novel way of snagging those hard-to-come-by tickets. Murdering guys with tickets and stealing them. Police in New York investigating the deranged homeless man who attacked a girl with a hypodermic needle have made a shocking discovery. He's Mickey Rourke.
I need your love.
Everybody's bringing up these licenses for illegals and that they need to have them. And my question is, where are they getting the license plates? Obviously, we're letting them register vehicles without licenses. And in this day of car bombs and stuff, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Thank you, Dan from Boise. Norm, what's your feeling?
Well, I know that the New York Governor Spitzer, I'm trying to get to learn things, but he doesn't want to issue licenses to illegal immigrants, you know, and I don't know how the hell you're going to get a cab in New York City anymore. I mean, it's hard enough, you know, for me especially as a black man.
Is this a really good question, Norm? Here's a familiar face for
No,
you,
it's a
Blake.
question from Blake's good friend, Norm. No, Blake, it's fun watching you this year. Wasn't it cool?
Yeah. Thank you.
And I was wondering, like, there's a kind of a curse with Rookie of the Year. Nobody's ever repeated it.
I didn't think about that. Well, I'll try as hard as I can next year, but
All right, man.
I don't know. Thank you for that question, though. That's going on top of the goals for next year.
Dennis Rodman was a guest.
Dennis Rodman, right?
And so we thought it'd be funny if he headbutted me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So he headbutted me, but he did it really hard, you know?
Do we have I think actually someone supplied the clip. This is, you're not kidding around. This is a real clip of what happened. Let's show that, Liz.
If you plan to be here next fall doing book reviews, I expect to see a major attitude adjustment. You know, and while you're at it, a more conventional hairstyle and some clothes, for God's sakes. You're going to have to learn that there is such a thing as rules, Dennis Rodman. Rules. Do you understand that?
Sure. I understand.
Well, good.
That's the way it is. Good night and have a good weekend.
Wait a minute. It did look like he.
Yeah, that really.
You heard that? You hear that dull thud of like skull on skull.
Yeah,
It really.
Yeah, and I don't have like a strong head. I haven't been working it out lately.
Really?
But he has like an athlete's head, you know? But no, beforehand he said, like, I said, hey, don't hit me with your head, or no, you know, don't really hit me. And he goes, no, Al. He goes, he had this thing where he was going to put his thumbs, and as soon as he touched my thumbs, I go back, and then he got all excited and headbutted me. So, like,
so did you feel him like pull the thumbs back, and then real head was coming at you?
And so I like blacked out for like a minute, and then the next day I had this huge headache, so I thought I was going to die, you know? And so I went to the hospital. I went to I don't want to say the hospital, but I went to this hospital and to emergency, you know, and they're all like, they're the craziest guys in emergency, all like crack. Everybody's on crack, you know? Every emergency is a guy on crack.
Yeah.
So I went in and they go like, hey, how much crack do you have, you know? And I go, I'm not on crack. And they go, what happened? I go, Dennis Rodman headbutted me. On the TV. He headbutted me on the TV. So they go, yeah. Right.
How much crack,
Yeah.
So what happened? Anything wrong?
Yeah, I don't know, man. They said, like, you can't tell. They said, like, the only way you can tell is if later on, if you go to sleep and you don't wake up. Yeah.
That's why you didn't mention the name of the hospital.
Yeah, I don't want to mention it. I didn't know this, too. If you go to emergency, you got to pay. They keep sending me bills, like all kinds of bills.
You thought it was free, that you could just go there and...
Yeah. I'm from Canada. It's all free there.
Oh, okay.
Good. Now, you were going to bring your son, your boy.
Oh, my son was so excited to come. You know, he knows nothing about entertainment or show business because, you know.
Yeah.
And,
I guess.
but he loves sports, you know. He's a basketball fanatic. He loves it. A beautiful little 10-year-old boy I have, and he was very excited because Charles Barkley.
Charles was supposed to be here.
Yeah. And apparently he was afraid to fly in with the fire.
Yeah.
So. So, anyways, I had to phone him at his school today, and he had all his Charles Barkley cards, you know, and everything. He collects them, and he was so excited. And I said, "Oh, Charles not going to be here," you know, and he was sad. And then,
well, we tried to get Karl Malone.
I know. And then you guys phoned. You said, hey, Karl Malone's going to be here. So then I phoned him back at school. I said, hey, Dill, guess what? Karl Malone's going to be here. And he was really excited, you know, because he has all his cards too, and he loves Karl Malone. Yeah. So he was real excited. And then Karl Malone's not coming.
No.
So then they phoned me. They go, it's going to be Jillian Barberie. Yeah. So I phoned my boy, and I got, you know, he's in school. I said, hey, Charles Barkley's not going to be here, and Karl Malone's not going to be here, but Jillian Barberie is going to be here. And then he said, is she a point guard for the Warriors or something? And I said, no, she's a lady.
Yeah. You know, when he gets older, I think he'll appreciate her more.
Yeah.
As you get older.
Hey, Alexi. So you're the guy that made Tyra look like a fat lady, right?
Sure am.
Excellent. Okay, well, make me look like that guy.
You got it.
Yeah. You work the face, I'll work the body. Oh. That's not Blake Griffin-y enough. Come on, man. More Blake Griffin-y. Now I'm going to find out what it's like to be Blake Griffin. First, I'm going to fool his teammates. Stupid door. I'm Blake Griffin, and you are?
Your good friend and teammate, DeAndre Jordan.
Oh, my good friend DeAndre Jordan, of course. So what time's rehearsal?
You mean practice, right?
Yeah, practice.
What's up with your voice?
What's up with your voice? I'm open. Ow! Not so hard, man.
All right.
Hit me. Sky hook.
Are you all right? Blake, we haven't started.
I gotta quit smoking.
Smoking? What's up with you today, man?
Still got my defense.
Blake, that's a foul. You can't slap me.
Says who? I got an idea. This always works.
Just jump up there and get it.
No. Yeah. Whoo. Oh. Jeez. I don't know what's going on here. My heart is beating so fast.
Are you all right?
I think I pulled part of my leg that's underneath the top part. Sweet Cordy Howe. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Sorry I'm late. Somebody burned my house down.
Oh no. I gotta start working out. Stupid door. Oh, I just got this memo from the network. It says they're happy with the show's format, but they just have one note. It looks like from now on they want us to be a Western? Up yonder in the Pawnee Ridge, it's the Youngers gang.
I don't take kindly to ambushes.
No cat sidewinders.
Yellow-bellied varmints.
That was a smart chunk of shooting there, Tiny.
I'm just happy we got Miss Bonita's money back.
Hell, what kind of wicked critter would steal the life savings off a dance hall girl?
Marshall, behind you! Ah! Dang!
Hell's bells, I've been bit in the posterior.
What do we do now?
Well, you go see Princess Big Medicine at the Indian Village. Hell, she knows all the cures better than any doctor.
Princess, ma'am, the marshal has been bit by some serpent.
You must suck out the poison with your mouth. This is the only way. Now go. Go with the wind.
Tiny, you're back. What did Princess Big Valley say?
Oh, man, she said,
Well, what did she say?
She said you're gonna die.
Well, at least I got my boots on. That's the most a cowboy can ask for.
What in tarnation?
Hey, the network says they have a memo for you.
Says here, we didn't say Western. We said we wanted more about the Western Conference Finals. What a damn fool misunderstanding.
Okay, that's it?
It's a wrap.
Taz, we out of here.
All right.
See you later.
I guess I'll have to get me some of them fancy reading glasses.
Any last request before we shoot both you?
Well, I'd sure like to hear some country music. Twangier the better.
Okay, we can do that. How about you?
Yeah, shoot me first.
Hi, I'm Norm Macdonald. You know, a while back I met myself underneath the Queensboro Bridge. I employed this copy of myself, and while the man earned his coin, I gazed at the water channel and suddenly saw my whole career in clips. Then my vision cleared. Why, that man wasn't Norm. He didn't even look like me. You know, not a day goes by that I don't think of that guy and how much I hate his guts.
I know it's time to close my eyes to old ends, open up to new friends, leave my heart in Berlin, where the tables turning, seeking up the...
How is life? I know besides thinking of these news story things and stuff like that, you know, you having a good time? You able to relax over the summer, have a good time?
Am I able to have a good time? My cat just had a heart attack.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he had a heart. You ever hear such a crazy thing?
No, I didn't know they got things like that.
Yeah, they get heart attacks. So I got it off Steve Corrin, this writer up at
Sure,
Saturday Night
I know
Live.
him, yeah.
Yeah, so he gives me his cat. Turns out it's some kind of a defective cat, you know? So he's a nice cat and everything. I'm getting along with him. I come back to my apartment last week. The cat's like foaming at the mouth. He's shaking like this. He's foam coming out. So I didn't want to get near it. I thought maybe he'd, you know, who knows? He was delirious. Maybe he'd think I'm a mouse. So I say, I didn't want to get near him. So I phoned 911. You know, I panicked. I phoned 911.
Right.
Which it turns out it's just for people. I didn't know that.
Didn't know either.
They got mad, man. They said they would have me arrested if I phoned back.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, you know, I love this cat. It's a good cat. So I took him down. I got him in a cab, and I took him down to the hospital, the animal hospital. And the guy tells me my cat had a heart attack. He takes him away. He says, oh, yeah, he had cardiac arrest and stuff. And he started asking me questions about, like, he says, I said, what would cause that? He goes, you know, diet, stress.
Stress?
Yeah. Well, he had a big promotion coming up. So, and then he let me visit the cat. He says, you can visit the cat, you know. There's visiting hours. I go, all right. So you go in this room, and then they bring the cat in a cage. He's all drugged up. And then they put the cat, like, on a bed. And then the guy goes, okay, we'll be back in a half an hour. You have half an hour. you know? So I'm with the cat like for half an hour. So after 5 minutes, you know, I figured I got a life to get back to. You know, it's a cat. So we go out, and so afterwards he told me he had a lot of. He said he could have an operation, which was like $4,000, which you know, I could buy like 100 cats for that, you know. But then I figured, what the hell would I do with 100 cats?
Right. So you got the cat. You sprung for the operation.
No,
huh?
I didn't.
Oh.
No, there was another thing where he's on medication, you know, and I have him on medication. I have this medication, and he said there was some good news and bad news. He said the bad news was the cat only has like a 20% chance of survival, but he says the good news is it's just a cat.
He's a bad doctor. He's a bad doctor, too.
Is it really my fault? 'Cause you try to hit me with your pity till I can't trust, but I still push on. Got me changing my ways, trying to fix us.
My friend got me once, Steve Corin, my other friend, he got me a cat once.
Oh, is that a good thing to give somebody a cat?
That's a horrible thing, because then you gotta take care of it for the rest of his life.
That's right.
You know?
It's a commitment. It's a lifelong commitment.
Yeah. And my cat, I had a horrible thing with it last summer. He had a heart attack.
No.
Yeah, you ever hear of that?
No, I never have.
I never heard of that either. And so I came home one day and the cat was there, you know, and he was like like that, and there was like white stuff coming out of his mouth, and he's like, So I was like freaked out, you know, and so I phoned up, I phoned up 911, you know. It's just for people. It turns out that's just for people.
Yeah, but it's not a bad thing, you know, off the top of your head, that's not a bad thing.
So I even said, what's the one for the cats, you know, what's the number? And then the woman goes, look, get off the phone, we'll call, you know. So my neighbor, you know, takes me to the animal hospital, and I get there, and it's all people, there's actually hospitals for animals, like emergencies. Yeah. And so I go in, I got the cat there, you know, and they go, you know, yes, what's the problem? And I go, look, and it's going, and then it's an emergency. Everybody freaks out, you know. It's like on ER or something. They're like, whoa, the cat, where they take it out, you know, and everything's like panic and bedlam, you know, and so I just sit down, start reading a magazine there, you know, and a little while later, this guy comes out. He's like a doctor, but not a real doctor. So he calls me back and he goes, okay, we got to talk, you know. So I go, okay. He goes, like he's breaking bad news to me. He goes, your cat had a heart attack, you know. So I go, what? I never heard of such a thing, you know. I didn't even know they had hearts, you know. I go, that's a bad thing. So anyways, he goes, you can go and see him, you know. And you can go and visit your cat.
That's nice.
So he said, you only can have 20 minutes, you know. There's like a business. So they take you to this room, and it's like a big room, and there's your cat on a gurney. He's all drugged up, you know. And so then you're alone with your cat in a room.
Well, that's a nice thing, don't you think?
Well, after about a minute, you go, I got a life to get back to.
Yeah.
My cat.
Oh, my. Norm Macdonald, ladies and gentlemen. Norm, good to see you, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Happy New Year.
We had a gay athlete.
Yes.
Admit he was gay. First team athlete in the history of American sport.
Jason Collins. What do you make of that? Jason Collins.
I tweeted, I salute that. I think that's tremendous. I think it's about time. There should as gay athletes in all these sports, and maybe that'll pave the way to come out. I don't think it's going to be a big deal problem. You got to be good. He's a good player.
Yeah.
I don't think you could be just, you know, if you're really good, like if Derek Jeter said he was gay, what are the Yankees going to do? They're going to get mad at him? Yankee fans are going to boo?
Yeah. I don't think so.
By the way, did you see 42?
I never miss a...
What a movie, Jackie Robinson.
Jake Bozeman movie.
No,
I can't remember the guy's name.
Harrison Ford.
Oh, he was amazing.
He's amazing. It's
amazing.
A great movie. Great.
But there was a guy who he came out as a black guy.
Yeah. Oh, he was black. He couldn't do anything about it.
Well, who do you think this guy Collins that's coming out gay? And they're saying he's brave and stuff, but to me, he's smart.
Why, Norm?
It seems like a not cynical, but maybe a calculated move because he's going to be
famous,
world famous forever. The first
Well, he's
guy.
on Good Morning America tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's calculated, but the problem you face is you don't know what the other guy. You know, they're going to take showers with the. They're going to. That's the fear. But look, the Army's got it. They could do it every day. I don't think. Can he score a basket? Can he play the game?
No.
Well, then
No,
he's
he's
in trouble.
He's definitely good.
And if on the first day he would attack a fellow athlete, that might not look good.
And it's interesting that he came out the day after the fifth game when they could have been swept, the Celtics. And
No, but he's not on the Celtics.
Oh,
No,
he's
on
not?
the Wizards.
He's on New Orleans.
Oh, is he?
No, New Orleans.
Oh, is he? Okay.
He
Oh, I
was
didn't
on the
know that.
Celtics.
Oh,
He
he
was
w-
on the Wizards.
Oh, he was on the
He's a 10-year veteran. He's 6'10",
right?
And his twin brother, identical to
Jaron,
him,
yeah.
is not gay.
Dave?
I was going to say, I thought you were going to
Well,
say
you know,
he's
because we're
5'4".
trying to figure out the gay chromosome.
You are? You and Sean?
Do we know why people are gay? You don't know. Do you know why you're heterosexual? You don't know why.
No, I don't know. But I think this is the thing, Larry. If they define a chromosome as
Or a
saying
gene,
that
yeah.
you're gay or a gene, that would be abnormal. How would the gay community...
It wouldn't be called abnormal. It would be called different. It wouldn't be called abnormal.
Wow.
Maybe the abnormal gene would be hetero.
That's true. Hey, maybe the normal gene would be those
Maybe it
ladies
would be
that
normal to be gay.
that cut their cocks into vaginas.
No, if you're looking to make it in standard television, you're not going the right route.
no.
You're not going the right route here.
Once I get on Hulu.
You're not sending this tape to CBS, are you?
No, once I get on Hulu, the whole act changes. No. Tell a joke now to Larry. Maybe he'll use it in his act.
All right, so there's two gay guys talking.
No, it doesn't have to be gay guys again, does it?
No, it's really not that bad.
On
It's
the
not.
day that
It's
the
not
guy at the
insulting.
Celtics?
No. There's two gay guys. They're playing hide and seek, and
No,
one,
we're not going to do that. No, we're not going to do that joke. We're not going to do that joke.
In the December issue of Playboy, 60 Minutes reporter Mike Wallace reveals that he has not only smoked marijuana, but that it made him sexually aroused. According to Wallace, he made these comments in an effort to frighten young people off sex and drugs forever. In an interview this week, Bob Dole said he is strong enough to handle the pain of losing the presidential election, although he did admit that the shock of winning would give him a giant heart attack. At a veterans hospital in the Bronx yesterday, 4 Playboy playmates were on hand to wish the residents a happy Valentine's Day. One veteran who was there called it an afternoon of, quote, hellish, agonizing sexual frustration. Senator Strom Thurmond, at 94, the oldest person ever to serve in Congress, has been hospitalized this week with a bout of the flu. Doctors who examined the senator thoroughly got kind of nauseous. Embattled House Speaker Newt Gingrich may finally have solved his financial troubles. On Thursday, Gingrich announced that former Senator Bob Dole has loaned him the $300,000 needed to pay his ethics committee fine. And today, more good news for Gingrich. Dole has already forgotten he loaned him the money. According to prosecutors in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Henrietta Collins, a 90-year-old widow, was bilked out of her life savings by the trustees of her estate. Note to self, forget trying to bilk Henrietta Collins out of her life savings. Some dirty bastard got there first. Former President Ronald Reagan is selling his Santa Barbara ranch to the federal government, which will turn it into a California state park. In what can best be described as a sweetheart deal for Reagan, he will get $5 million for the 700-acre ranch, and he will still think he owns it. The rich get richer, you know? Ridiculous. Well, our best wishes to North Carolina Senator Jesse Helms, who at 76 years old recently underwent surgery to repair an old knee injury. Doctors say the senator will no longer need his cane for walking, but Helms says he will continue to use it to scare off young whippersnappers. Nothing better than a cane to scare off young whippersnappers. Finally, in entertainment news, there are rumors that actor Don Johnson is dating 71-year-old San Francisco socialite Denise Hale. An observer who spotted the couple necking in a restaurant will have trouble getting an erection for the rest of his life. Former First Lady Barbara Bush published her memoirs this month. Readers were shocked by her revelation that while living at the White House, she had sex with former President George Bush. Former First Lady Nancy Reagan reports that her husband has been relaxing at their ranch, riding horses and chopping wood. Sadly, eyewitnesses report that he was actually riding wood and chopping horses. George Foreman says his upcoming autobiography will be an inspiration to every American who has tried to reach the impossible dream. And in a related story, former heavyweight champion Michael Moorer says that he wants his autobiography to be an inspiration to anyone who's ever been beaten up by an old man. Well, next Tuesday is Halloween, or as evil old people know it, Razor Apple Day. A new study shows that a few simple tests may be able to determine which elderly drivers are most likely to have accidents. Sadly, the tests all involve a lot of old people driving cars into trees. Kind of sad. This week, President Clinton played golf with ex-presidents Gerald Ford and George Bush. Bush hit an old lady in the face with a golf ball, giving her a broken nose and 10 stitches. But don't be impressed. It took him 5 strokes to do it. So. Cowboy legends Roy Roger and Dale Evans launched an internet site on the World Wide Web yesterday so hackers can learn more about the Western duo. The most asked question so far, hey, aren't you guys dead? And now Weekend Update would like to wish a happy birthday to comic legend George Burns, who turned 100 years old today. You know, I don't know the secret to his longevity, but I think I speak for all of us when I say I hope Pauly Shore doesn't know it either. A shocking crime in Bunnell, Florida, where a 92-year-old man in a nursing home has been charged with sexually assaulting an 85-year-old woman. A nurse who witnessed the attack has not stopped vomiting. In other political news, Texas billionaire Ross Perot announced this week that if his party wants him to run for president, he will. According to Insider, it is the first step in Perot's plan to waste the last few years of Bob Dole's life. This week, after 50 hours of failed budget talks with Bill Clinton, a frustrated Bob Dole said, quote, "We ought to have a new president," and added, "and he should be a really, really old guy." Finally, some good news. According to her doctor, legendary actress Katharine Hepburn is recovering nicely from her recent illness, and they have even upgraded her condition to decrepit. So that's nice. That's nice. Well, you don't like her? You don't like Katharine Hepburn, for God's sake?
And come to think of it, I got addicted to you. Oh, no, no, no. And come to think of it, I need somebody like you. Oh, no, no, no. I need someone like you.
An 89-year-old Washington man fought off a robber with a golf club. Though, to be fair, the only reason the guy was swinging the golf club was because he mistook the robber for the grim specter of death.
Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious.
What kind of joke is that?
I don't know. That's Adam Egan's going to read
That's
one
not
now.
a joke.
It's sort of not. But Adam
Why
Egan,
can't I have a good joke with a good
I'll give you a good
punchline?
one. I'll give you a good one.
Does that make sense to you? You're a golf guy. Is that,
It makes some sense. Here's a joke about an old guy. This is actually, the premise of this is true. The world's oldest man died yesterday.
Yeah.
So what do you think of this joke?
Man had died. Cause of death, everybody yelled surprise. Oh,
You don't read it to yourself.
that's also got a Japanese ending where they yelled supplies.
Well, hey, I'm going to give you a quote. Let me see if you can place it.
Okay.
Okay? And here's my sorry impression of the great Norm Macdonald. Hey, you know, a date rapist has to have a lot more charm than a regular rapist.
I know what that is.
Yeah, I know what that is, too.
Yeah, you know, because, that Artie Lang, he's no longer a baby gorilla. He's a big gorilla now.
Oh, we were talking about that.
All right,
That's
thanks,
what-
man. Thanks
that's
for
what Sam
calling.
said.
Jeez.
Ah, terrible.
Glad I took his call.
Norm's co-star, Artie Lang, in Dirty Work, one reviewer said that Artie had all the charm of a date rapist.
Right.
And so Norm cheered Artie up by saying...
Well, the date rapist has to have enormous charm.
As opposed to a regular rapist.
Yeah. I mean...
Well, yeah, I mean, no, a date rape is he spends more time and money.
Yeah, well, you have to get a date. You have to charm them into your apartment.
He's in many ways smarter.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? He's more patient.
It's funny that you said that a real rapist.
Yeah, I mean, like a real. Well, date rape, I don't know.
simple rapist.
I mean,
no, it is completely different.
Yeah, it really is different.
Less of a stigma with date rape than, back alley rapist?
No, it's a different motive, I think,
Yeah, well,
sometimes it's a misunderstanding or whatever it is, hormones.
Yeah, somebody
but,
gets
that's
drunk
different than stalking a person and breaking in and raping a 75-year-old woman.
Yeah, like a 75-year-old woman rarely gets date raped.
She has to depend upon the regular traditional rape.
Yeah,
if it's going to happen.
I never have heard that before in my life.
She's not been taken to Nate and Al's and kind of charmed by some old dude.
Bingo and then wacko.
There's some really weird ideas bouncing around this room.
It's Friday, world's coming to an end. All right, it's Conway and Women. Sam
Nate
Simon
now.
and Norm Macdonald are with us.
She's
We're live on
75.
97.1 Free FM.
I'm scared of letting go, go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go, go. I'm scared of letting go of everything. I'm scared of letting go.
Sometimes you'd see guys, like I knew this guy, I don't know if have you ever met a guy who's like, you don't even understand it, but just gets women all the time, and it's like very mysterious.
Yeah.
I know this one guy literally got a different woman every night. I'm not even exaggerating. I asked him what his secret was. He said he was a serial rapist.
So for him, it was just
I don't think that counts.
perfect.
No, but when I was on Saturday Night Live, guys would come on, and they were handsome guys.
Yeah.
And they were convinced they were funny. And the publicist would go, "Oh, this is going to be really good for Gabriel's career because he's so funny, And then the fucking guy wouldn't be funny at all. And I came to me that how they always say like women like guys with senses of humor. It turns out they just laugh at handsome guys.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I was way ahead on? Slut shaming. I was always against that. I remember telling the fellas in high school, I go, guys, I think we're making a big mistake by shaming the sluts. You see, here's what is my concern. I feel if we shame them too much, they might stop becoming sluts, and further ladies might not want to be sluts either. I have a different idea. Other than shaming the sluts, it's a bold idea. I say we take the sluts and we put them on our shoulders and we go, oh, hail the slut. Oh, for she's a jolly good slut, that kind of thing, So I was way ahead of it, man. way ahead of him. But anyway.
Some days we get closer. Things that we never really needed. Promises that we never thought of keeping safe. I guess it's never over. If we
Farrah, the first time I ever saw you, I thought, oh my God, that is one of the horriest looking whores I've ever seen in my life. I have seen a lot of whores because I'm a rock star. And, I've seen ladies like in the front row look at me with a super hoary look on their face. And you look hoarier than all of them. And that really means something. The search continues in the Indian Ocean for the Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 as they listen and try to follow the pings. These guys sound like me always listening for pings. The pings are my Chinese neighbors. Jim and Ellen Ping. Jim, the other day, very nice guy, Jim Ping,
they really do exist. What is this thing you're doing with your face?
Oh, it's...
Do you have allergies?
No, I'm not used to these glasses, but he was very nice.
So you think that's going to help?
And he lent me... is that the face I'm making?
Well, one time I thought you were joking around. You were looking at me like...
Ping? That is my neighbor. A nice fella.
Nice guy?
Let me his abacus
I want to do this.
Jesus.
Oh, come on. That's not a Chinese guy.
I wasn't saying it was.
That was kind of racist.
What are you, Mickey Rooney?
Hey, come on.
I know he's dead,
Have
but
a little
Mickey Rooney
respect.
did a very racist thing, like you just did, in a movie called Breakfast at Tiffany's by the wonderful Truman Capote.
I wasn't doing anything racist, and you know it. But go ahead. I was just doing like someone...
I like Audrey Hepburn. I don't think of her... I don't whack off when I think of her. But she had style.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to thank you for saying something that's been on my mind for a long time.
You like her too?
Sure.
Yeah. She was class.
No, I was thinking about...
Audrey Hepburn had class, but Katharine Hepburn could hang with the fellas.
Thank you. That was a better time back then, right? It wasn't, so don't get me started.
No, it was a worse time. You know why?
They took care...
Because they had separate water fountains for the black people and the Chinese people.
What?
And what did they do back then?
Segregated water fountains you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know you're just kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
Well,
they
yeah,
had
but everybody
segregated
knows.
water fountains.
Now, I know you're not kidding about the event of it happening, but I know you're kidding. Of course, everybody knows that.
I'm saying it's a bad thing.
Well, of course it was a bad thing.
Yeah. But
answering to my question.
It existed, as did the Holocaust.
Some women who are tall get a little self-conscious around guys they feel like who are smaller. They have to crouch and slouch to make them feel more comfortable. Is that?
I think that my natural posture is something closer to a Mr. Burns, and that I have to fight.
You're like Mr. on The Simpsons. You're like
one of these.
Yes,
I've seen candid photos of me,
right.
just the beautiful line of his back. So I have to really.
This fella wrote many of them Simpsons.
I know. I'm.
Yeah.
Sort of in love.
Oh.
What? What's that?
Well, no, I just my prerequisite for any relationship is that the person that I date has to love The Simpsons as much as I do. I just don't think I could ever really love someone if they didn't truly love The Simpsons.
Yes.
You guys should get married and go on a honeymoon too.
I don't even know anymore. That's a hologram of Norm Macdonald.
I'm just saying, get the tin cans in the back of that Buick and off you go.
Are you an old gold prospector now? You know, we're gonna make this happen. So, told that you like to make unusual craft projects, and I heard about this, and I thought I've got to ask you about it because and you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but it seems so unusual. I see you; you're such a beautiful woman, and then I heard about this craft project that seeed a little unusual.
I was living in Texas for a little while, and I started collecting owl pellets. And for anyone who doesn't know, when an owl eats a field mouse or a rodent, it eats it, digests all of the edible parts, and then regurgitates a pellet, which is all the bones, all the undigestible matter. And I collect those and harvest the bones, and then make magical creatures out of them.
Well, that's fine with me about that owl. I don't give a hoot.
I don't think you should.
I think
be
you should
on a
host
talk show.
Yeah.
You should be writing liquor store greeting cards.
Found some roadkill on the side of the road one day and was looking up how to dissolve the meat in the way that would be like least odious to my landlord and neighbors. And I discovered that that was also one of the early indicators of Jeffrey Dahmer's psychopathy. So it is a serial killer.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I love that she rents.
I know.
You're doing this in a rental.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you this. Did you ever toss a prostitute off a bridge?
What's the French one?
I was just saying I heard that was a sign of being a serial killer.
Okay. You're the worst guy I've ever met. And I mean that in a nice way.
One minute we hug, next minute we barely even hold conversations fine with me. I was born a savage, I can take the damage. Anything I do.
What about, do you believe that Jeffrey Dahmer should have been broomstick raped to death?
Oh my God, Norm. Well, he was killed.
Well, that's how he died.
That's how he died?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was like that way.
No. I mean,
in prison.
The country didn't do it.
No.
No, I didn't know he died like that. I thought
I have
they
no
just
problem with that.
cut his head off or something.
Oh, yeah. Why not? You have no problem with that?
No.
No, he's trying to be a tough guy, Mr. Tough Guy.
You wouldn't want to get like a guy like Jeffrey Dahmer or something like that. I mean, you wouldn't want anybody who might eat you at lunchtime, you know, but that was his name, right? Jeffrey Dahmer?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, got killed by a broomstick raped to death.
Really? That's
They say it's one of the worst ways to go.
Yeah, exactly. That's on the list of the 1,000 ways. Yeah,
they say drowning is very peaceful. Broomstick rape.
Not good.
There's a little bit of comedian in all of us. And I think there's not a lot of comedians out there, though. And so when you lose one of them, and not to mention one of the greats and one of the last ones that would speak his mind, it feels like you're losing a book that nobody has copies of, kind of. McDonald makes me laugh. I know everybody. You
Norm makes me laugh hard.
Dude, he does. Hold on, I'll tell you a thing about Norm.
Hard.
So he did this thing one time. He gets up to go from one room into another room, right? He stops at the doorway and he's like, What is this? What is this? He's like banging on the door, like just the doorway. He's like, well, what is like a portal to like another? What is this? And he's literally asking the people in the room, right? What do you call this thing? It's like a portal to what? How do you just go through? Where am I? And he was just talking about a doorway, but it was so.
He makes anything funny.
Yeah. One time I had to open up for him this is at a casino. We're doing like a casino gig in Shawnee, Oklahoma.
Wow.
And Cherokee Creek Casino, I think. And it could have, I don't know, this cool lady that I think maybe tried to make love to somebody, but she also helped us get the gig. And Norm was fucked up. I think that when he went on after me, and like I don't even think for the first 7 minutes I don't even think he said anything, right? But the crazy part was the next day we had to play cards too the next day. You had to like be there for the weekend, you know. So we go to the card tables and Norm's like, man, there's a lot of good pussy in here. Huh? And I don't know him really well. So I'm looking around this room, bro. There is zero attractive women, right? There's zero attractive men, okay? Right. So it's not, even if you wanted some ass pussy, there's nothing. Yeah, it's a casino. And it's a gambling game. It's poker.
Yeah.
5-card poker, you know? So... Yeah. And I'm just thinking, well, I guess I just agree with him. You know, he's getting older, and you know, maybe he has a different perception of what's attractive. And I'm like, yeah, man, there sure is. He goes, fuck no, there isn't. Like he had played me, you know, like he's like, this is the ugliest batch of people I've ever seen. Yeah, I watched one of his clips when he was on, I think, The View. Did you see that clip?
No.
When they're trying to get him to like. He's trying to be very realistic. The show's like ultra liberal, and he's just trying to be just a realist, like.
Yeah, that's how he was.
Yeah, and they're like, they're like, you'll never be back on this show. They're all joking about it and stuff. And he wouldn't because he wasn't like just kind of conforming to whatever, like, I don't know, just some ridiculous story.
Why would they have him on?
I don't know.
That's so weird. Like, he's so not. I can see him doing it, like, if they offered it to him, but I can't.
Here we go. Let's get a little bit of it.
That the Democrats don't steal the election from the winner, you know, but who knows?
You like George Bush, don't you?
I love George Bush, man. He's a good man, decent, you know, none of this. Yeah, he's, you know, he's not a liar, a crook, murderer, or anything like that. So it'd be good to get the. See, I think we should get the homicide out of the White House and get like a fresh start, because we don't want any more murderers.
I think we should just go on to the next question.
Oh.
Who's the murderers?
Yeah.
Oh, Clinton, he murdered a guy.
Yeah, you know, we're not allowed to, you're not allowed to put out accusations without.
That's a little too far.
That's the way it does work.
Let's just go on to the next question.
Yeah.
This is not my week. What can I tell you?
Oh, it's not mine either, and I'm being very nice, okay? Be a good boy. Now, Norm.
Do you never hear that?
No. Listen,
Norm,
we don't need
I
to
don't want
talk
to get
about
into
that.
this, and I don't want to hear it, and this is not the place to make those accusations, and you're supposed to be funny. Let's get on to the next question. Get with it.
There you go.
This is a live show.
Not for nothing, Norm, but you have been properly chastised by Barbara, so I'm now going to ask the next question.
I thought it was a matter of record.
Shut up.
He's just saying.
Okay.
Let me do this, okay?
They don't even want to talk about the fact that maybe the guy murdered
Shut up.
someone.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk football.
All right, manslaughter.
Let's talk
He's doubling down. Yeah, don't have. Norm doesn't play by rules, dude. That's hilarious.
He had his own. You know, some humor is a maze, I think. And some comedians, they make it's a maze. It's a maze that sits between them and the world. And the way that the humor is created is that some people have such a unique maze. Some people it's set up punch. That's a small maze. Set up punch. Some people it's the element of surprise. Some people it's just extremely direct and dry. But I think Norm just had his maze was just different. And I don't think you can create that. I think it's built into you. And yeah.
They got name, everybody's an identity, you know. Like, let's say your sexuality. Let's say a guy likes a guy. That's a homosexual. If you are attracted to a member of your own gender. If you're attracted to a member of the opposite sex, then you're a heterosexual. But what about a guy like me just whacks off all the time? What am I? I don't know. I don't even think I got a word. There's two reasons guys will hang themselves from the neck. One is, like we said, to escape this worthless masquerade of a life we pretend we have. And the second reason we hang ourselves from the neck is to whack off. These guys, I don't understand. But this is what I was thinking about whacking off. Think about this. It's kind of like a psychotic break you got to do. You know, like in your mind, in your picture, you have to have a picture there of you with a lady, and you got to believe it so much that you don't even believe what's really happening. You know what I'm getting at? Like, I don't know, like a lot of guys, I don't have a great imagination. Like a lot of guys will do it with a Playboy magazine, say, or maybe Victoria's Secret or something like that. But I ain't got the imagination for that, you know what I mean? Like, I try, you know, but then I'll go, okay, you, come on over here with your Victoria's Secrets. Huh? I'll show you underwear. I don't know why I'm mean to them, but But I'll go, why don't you come on over and take off your underwear? And they go, no, I'm not doing that. And I go, no, I went down. Well, goodbye. I didn't think you would. Sorry about that crack about asking you to take your underwear off. But I don't have the imagination for that. However, there is this lady that works down the street from me at the 7-Eleven. And she's not much to look at, but she likes me, and that's the important thing. And I know in that way, in that certain way, that women like men. And I know she likes me on account of one time I was buying sour cream and onion chips and vanilla Swiss almond ice cream, and I'm getting it, right? And she goes, I like sour cream and onion chips too. And I go, oh yeah, that's interesting. And she goes, no, I really like them. And then I look up, I'm like, because sometimes the shadow of the thing is bigger than the... Anyways, I knew that she liked me. So then, for the next 2 months, you know, I'm whacking off and, oh my God. Now, in my head is me and the girl. I don't think any guy could just, in his head, have, you know, himself whacking off. That wouldn't work. And I'm only talking about men. Because I've asked women, you know, I've said, what do you do when you lie with yourself and make your finger a blur like a hummingbird's wing? What do you think of in your head? And then they go, oh, a hammock. And I'm like, oh. So anyways, they're a little more advanced. But we have to think of a specific scenario. So my scenario is the lady from 7-Eleven. I go, hey, they're giving you a break. I'll show you a break. Come on over here. My jokes don't even make sense. But anyways, I get them. But what I'm interested in is in the moment when the fever breaks. You know what I mean? When that 4 seconds of issue that you spend so much time going after, it ends. You know what I mean? So, because you're thinking of all these things in your head, you've just got a psychotic break going that would rival a paranoid schizophrenic. And then all of a sudden it stops. You know, you're like, ah! Ah! It's just me. There are no ladies at all. It's just me. I gotta get a hold of myself. What'll I do here? I know. I'll go downstairs now. I'll get a cheese sandwich. Yeah. I'll never think about this again. That's right. So I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I feel bad about doing that, self-abuse, you know, lying down with myself, on account of because I'm a Christian, you know. But I'll tell you this, you know, a lot of people think Christians are self-righteous, but we're not. We're sinning all the time, you know, all the time. For instance, I eat apples. Now think about that for a second. It's on page 1. Worst thing you can do in the world. And I'm munching down apple. Ah! You know? Oh, sure, I love apples, but is it worth getting raped by the devil for all of time? I say no. Anyways, I know there's a God. And people go, well, you're only a Christian because you grew up in a Christian. And I understand that. And that's one of my biggest fears, you know, is that I picked the wrong religion, you know, that I believed, but then I die and I go, ah, it's you. I thought it was the other fella. Ah. I should have been slaying apostates the entire time. Oh, well.
It's been a while, and I still like the way you look at me. I keep loving.
I'm bad at whacking off.
What? Bad at it?
Yeah.
How could you be bad at it?
I know. You would think it would be easy.
Oh, yeah.
It would be fortunate.
You cannot make yourself come?
Oh, I can, but at the wrong times. And I didn't even know about lotion.
Oh, till when?
Till somebody that was intimate with me said, what are all those big red scabs on your cock?
It's been 30 years since a jury awarded a woman $3 million when she was severely burned by McDonald's hot coffee. Now Dunkin' Donuts is facing a lawsuit after this woman ended up on a stretcher when she was scalded by the coffee at the Dunkin's drive-thru.
Samantha has filed a lawsuit. She and her lawyer, Paul D'Amato, want Dunkin' Donuts to change their trays from this to this.
Last month, an 80-year-old Albuquerque woman was awarded over $2 million in damages from McDonald's after she spilled some of their coffee in her lap and suffered severe burns. As a result, McDonald's this week has put a warning label on its coffee cups that read, "Caution, do you think you can manage to avoid pouring it directly on your crotch this time, you senile old hag? Think you can manage that, huh?"
The biped joke will go down in history as the most obscure.
Who did you meet having coffee?
Toady Field's daughter.
Holy Lord.
How about
wow.
that?
Oh, my God.
I was excited. You have no idea who that is.
No. And is she a biped or? I don't know which side of the family she takes after. You know what
That's a great joke that only I get.
The big news is Oscar Pistorius.
Yeah, huge news.
And I don't like him, don't care for him, never did.
Really? You don't like Oscar Pistorius even before he... What are you doing?
I had something in my tooth.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't like him.
You're saying, I mean, a lot of people don't like him now that he murdered somebody, but,
yeah.
but before that, allegedly.
But also, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have problems with the murder.
Right.
But I never liked him racing with them things that look like something Wile E. Coyote would order. And
what?
Well, they
you had a problem with him racing with his blades. His blades. He was the Blade Runner.
Yes, he
Those
was.
Teflon blades.
I did have a big problem with it.
My favorite story of all time is Pistorius.
Oh yes, yes.
The runner.
Tell who Pistorius is.
Well, you know who Pistorius is.
No, but for the viewers that don't know.
Who doesn't know?
Well, the viewers that don't know.
South African gentleman.
Well, some viewers don't know. Well, he should tell it to some of the viewers who don't know who Pistorius is.
He's an Olympic runner who ran with blades. Everyone knows who he is.
Well, I wouldn't say ran with blades.
I didn't ask you what you would say.
That's
right
true.
now.
That's,
You're
I mean,
off the
no.
drive.
Let's imagine you're a runner, with legs.
Yeah.
And then you go home, you go, "Oh, I lost, honey. Who'd you lose to? Guy with no legs."
Wait, you're saying that you didn't like that Oscar Pistorius raced against people with legs?
No, I don't. I feel that one of the basic requirements of being a sprinter is having legs. I feel that they should say, "Okay, listen, let's, here's the, hey, what about you? I don't think you can be on the team. Why not?" Well, you're not a biped. You have no legs, so scram.
Okay.
You take your time as long as you want. But get the hell out of here.
No one's going with you on this. Nobody is with you on this at all.
Except the feller at home that's like, that son of a bitch I lost my race to that got no legs.
Are you saying he had an unfair advantage because he had these?
Well, of course. He had rocket ships.
They're not rocket ships.
Okay.
Andy, help me out here.
No, it's still him running.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, guys, I agree with you then. Oscar Pistorius is a scholar and a gentleman.
All right.
He's a murderer.
They turned it around on us.
Alleged murderer.
And I remember he did, I think it was one of his later appearances on our show. He went after Oscar Pistorius, who's
the Blade Runner.
Convicted of murder, and he was the one who famously had blades. He was born, I guess, without legs and had blades instead. And was this great Olympic athlete, and he went after him, and his joke was something along the lines of, I have no problem with him as a murderer.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with the murder.
But the murder, it's you should use your real legs if you're going to be. And it's you think about it, everything about that joke is completely wrong, and especially in this era that we're in, completely unacceptable. But it was Norm, and Norm would dig into it with this. And I know the guy to be extremely sensitive, and to be very kind,
like almost too sensitive in many ways.
And yet he wasn't having any of this. Well, you got to be careful here, or that joke that could really hurt people's feelings.
Yeah.
I think made some kind of deal with himself early on that across the board he was not going to care.
Yeah.
About
Nobody's
that.
going to tell me what to say.
Yeah, no one's going to tell me what to say. And I think,
his line was, one of the basic requirements of being a sprinter is you have to have legs.
Right.